this new Torbjorn. So this is the first scrim ever since we got the Torbjorn patch. Hopefully everything is okay though. I should feel like my audio's off again. There you go. Okay, there you go. Anyway, so for the blue squad, Calamitous just chilling right now, waiting for an opportunity to set on up. Redux already losing the turret, and Calamitous is going for the recon mode, playing a little bit of the Soldier 76 kind of playstyle, and drops on down. So the setup there from Rebirth already wasted. Trooper with the takedown onto Redux. Yudaza on the other hand getting counter kill onto Trooper, and they're just using this teleport right now to be kind of cheeky. Rebirth having to deal with the Genji though of Tamora. Looking at the red team and the blue team both running Torbjorns in their attack and defense. The Torbjorn just completely new. We'll see if the overload can make a difference as the level 2 turret going for some shots. But now we only have one contender for the level 3 turret spot. It's the Bastion. Really above and beyond whatever a Torbjorn turret could do. Closure and Trooper just trading some kills for the time being, and this is gonna be the blue team holding. The red squad honestly staggered way too much. I guess they're waiting on Archdaniel to be able to pop the molten core and just melt that Bastion into the next attack. On the other hand, there's no real tanks here from the blue squad, so already they're countering the main purpose of the Torbjorn ult, which is the slower and the heavier tank heavy compositions with the armor. Archdaniel now gonna pop the molten core onto the point, just a flow of lava onto the right hand side. Archdaniel now with 2. This is gonna be the red team getting on to the point in full force. Calamitous though getting out of the configuration tank, gets 3 kills, wants to go for some more, and we have Kashi just holding up the shield, gets an Anubis. Calamitous already with T, Timora ready with the Dragon Blade, gets a cut onto Udaza. So eventually the red squad almost honestly lost that one out, but they were able to still take it after a good effort there from Calamitous. So let's just check out that last part again. It was just Calamitous trying to go for some shutdowns. We still see a contest here from both Closure and Bibi. The Dragon Blade now from Timora to go for the staggers. Wants to go for the Bastion first. Calamitous is the first to fall. Yudaza on the other hand is beating back Air 3. And for now, the red squad trying to get onto the point, trying to cascade as much as possible. A potent barrier here from Rebirth, but I feel like the Torbjorn Symmetra strat isn't the most potent nowadays. It's not builderific anymore. Bibi getting one onto Air 3, and Trooper will compensate with Transcendence instead. So the red team keeping this up, getting the second tick. Can they get the last one in this fight? Yes, they do. So yeah, I feel like the new Torbjorn ano level mo pre? Level mo pre. I think 10 or 15 siya. O 10 dapat. Anyway, so what happened there? What happened there? What actually happened there? It really goes to show that the new Torbjorn doesn't synergize that well, I believe, with the Symmetra, or you can make it work. Like, I've been theory crafting a little bit. So if you do the Torbjorn, you toss out the turret, right? It's like a projectile. I feel like you can toss it out of one teleporter and to the other. I'll be very, very surprising to say the least. And maybe, just maybe, toss out the molten core as well. Just make a fountain, a teleporter fountain of lava. So, you know, just have to be creative in that one. And I feel like Redux and Rebirth weren't creative enough in their defense. On the other hand, Archdaniel just getting the kills with the Overload. The Overload is really strong, to say the least. Like, I really can't believe how strong Overload is. Like, how it adds up so much to the fire rate. How it adds up to your armor as well. So for now, it's gonna be the blue team trying to figure out what they can do on the attack. On the other hand, the defense gonna be with the Torbjorn from Archdaniel, Trooper on the Zenyatta, Akashi on the Reinhardt, Timora on the Junkrat, Ouija Hunter on the Widowmaker, and Air 3 gonna stick on to the Ana. On the other hand, here we go for the blue squad. Calamitous is gonna be on that Ana, Redux on the Torbjorn, Rebirth on the Reinhardt, Closure on the Zen, Udaza on the Widowmaker, getting up first pick already onto Tamora. Beautiful shot there from Udaza, and finally Bimbi on that Hanzo. So for the blue team, gonna run that triple DPS comp, and the Torbjorn, oh, Udaza gets 2 already. I love those entry frags there from Udaza, just smooth as silk. The blue squad now gonna go push, deciding to go to the left, no, going to the center. Udaza, another pick there from the Widowmaker. So really, the Widowmaker opening up such a huge door here for the blue squad to move on to the point. Now going for Archdaniel, and the Torbjorn hitbox is pretty easy to connect on. Redux now with 2 as well, not wanting to be outshined by Yudaza, but really, the blue squad just being brought back to the from the brink here by the Widowmaker. The blue squad already within the minute gets the capture of the point, and Yudaza gonna push to the center. It really goes to show here onto CP how picks matter and why the Widowmaker is such a tried and tested pick on most attacking segments, also good for defense as well. For the red squad, now they have spawn advantage, so they can play a little more aggressively. And for the red team, I feel like their aggression will work out better in their favor. Tomorrow now with the takedown onto Calam, and Arctaniel gonna go for the melee strikes onto Rebirth. Where were the supports there? Because Calamitous was already dead. Closure on the other hand, way too far off. Arctaniel just charging onto that Reinhardt. And for the red squad, it's so great to see the dwarf here actually lead the charge, finally gets shut down. Yudaza has been on a tear, but gets torn a new one by Timura instead. The red team staying into the middle line, trying to just make it rain, just trying to put a lot of pressure here to the oncoming blue squad. On the other hand, Rebirth gonna march onto the point already, spots a turret up on top, and that's another good thing about the projectile Torbjorn turret. You can put it in new places that you never would expect. Molten Core now is popped, Rebirth stuck into the lava, gets by grenade as well. 2 kills now going the way of the red team. Akashi bringing Rebirth along for a ride, and Yudaza with another pickoff. This Widowmaker has been honestly doing so much work for the blue team that the rest of the blue squad hasn't been able to compensate for how carry-rific Yudaza has been. Arctaniel now playing too aggressively, almost gets punished, gets the overload at the last minute, stays alive. And that insta 100 in armor is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. I feel like it should be incremental instead of instant. Rebirth now with the charge, gets the Torbjorn. Here comes the blue team, gonna go for the push. Akashi whipping out a fire strike in response, and the two of Torbjorns just looking at each other, waiting to see who's gonna go for the shot at first. Rebirth does so. Tomorrow on the other hand with the Riptire, where is it gonna go? Doesn't get too much. Akashi now with 2 kills, gonna get the charge on that. Nano boosted up, and goes for the shatter onto Calamitous. So the poor Ana didn't really need to do that, Akashi, but still wanted to get the kill onto the Ana. And now the blue squad has a disadvantage in terms of time. For the blue team, they have the Nano Boost, they have the Molten Core, they have the Infrasight, and they have the Dragon Strike. So we'll see how Redux can actually play the Molten Core. Will they force the blue team, the red team rather, into a narrow choke and pop the lava there? Will they use it as a zoning tool? Or will they go for like a combination? Can they go for like a shatter with the Molten Core? Maybe a grab with the Molten Core could be done if they had the Zarya. But for the blue squad, they're just really using so much time to try and set up. And the turret of Arctaniel getting a charge for him. I think that for the Torbjorn right now, there are a few nerfs you might need to change. As Redux now getting the Nano Boost, gonna charge on in, gets a takedown onto Akashi, just face tanking the level 2 turret. Arctaniel gonna pop his own Molten Core, and both Torbjorns putting a small zone of no entry in either side. Dragon Blade now comes out from Ouija Hunter. Looks like he's gonna get some ghosts this time. Gets the Nano Boost a little too late from Air 3, but this will give him some extra damage resistance to deal with the Daza. So as we were saying about the Torbjorn, I feel like the insta armor is a little too strong. I feel like the Molten Core charge rate is ridiculous. Like the amount of ultimate percentage you get from doing damage, it needs to be lessened, or you need to increase the requirement for the Molten Core. Because look how quickly Arctaniel can get the Molten Core up. We'll see. I don't even know what the exact damage figures about the Molten Core is, but it's fire. And if you get burnt, you're gonna pretty much die. There for the 75. I think it should be like Brigittes. Like within 4 seconds, it's like 25, 25, 25, 25. As Rebirth now taking a nap. Akashi actually charging onto the turret. You guys know that, so you can use the turret to block charges. Interesting to note. If you see someone who's in a bad spot and they're gonna get charged, put up a turret. Good counterplay there from Redux. Probably didn't mean it, and we learned something new today. So this is what the community scrims are for you guys to experiment, for you guys to try and learn a few things about different heroes, and learning a lot about Torbjorn this time. As the Earth Shatter is available, Rebirth spots out Trooper for some reason behind enemy lines. Rule 1 of bootcamp is never to go into your opponent's base without the rest of your army, and that Trooper will pay the price for it. Arcane on the other hand still chilling with the multi-core available, golden gun and all. Third squad onto the point. Oh, huge shadow there from Rebirth. Gets a kill now onto Kashi. Here comes the Ouija Hunter getting the Nano Blade in time. Trooper on the other hand, good flank, gets two with the Deadeye. And the red team expending a lot of ultimates there to win this out. But it's still a pretty successful hold to say the least. They have the Riptire and they still keep the Earth Shatter into check as a Ouija Hunter cuts down Idaza in that fight. But the red squad's defense pretty stalwart for the time being. Adia play with a bit. And the blue team now gonna change things up. Gonna be Rebirth onto the Wrecking Ball. We'll see if this Wrecking Ball can actually make a difference in the first place. Rebirth, stop. And getting shot by Shurikens, has to drop on down. He does again with the pick onto Arctaniel. The blue team gonna push onto the top part. Spots out the turn. Spots out Timora. But now the Widow has to back on out. Here comes Timora still staying up on top. Ready with the Riptire. Finally gets shut down by Closure. Good hail of balls there from the Zenyatta. And the red team on the other hand staying at the center. No one really protecting the turret, but it's okay. It's up into the high ground. Finally, Bimby gets it. Rebirth on the other hand onto the flank. Gets a takedown onto Ouija Hunter with the pile driver. Timora gets the Riptire from spawn. Going to the back line. Looking for an opportunity to get a target or two on the one sniping from above. Instead, we'll go for absolutely nothing. That was very indecisive there from Timora. And the red squad still keeping onto the point. Rebirth now gonna pop out the ball form and pop out of the ball to lose his life. The red team on the other hand switching over to the Bastion already. So for the red squad, it's been a pretty easy defense. Just the turret, the Torbjorn, the Bastion, a lot of factors here for the red team to stay alive. Trooper now. Another flap. 4 kills now going the way of the red team. And Rebirth has switched over to the Roadhog. So maybe for the blue squad, you might need to, you know, try to change something out. Closure gonna be onto Lucio instead. Idaza with the pickoff again onto Arctaniel. But this lineup here from the blue team, not really the best to siege onto the point. You need a composition that can actually fight there, that can actually try to get the capture, and maybe even still try to go for the goats onto against a Torbjorn. A Dragon Blade right now from Ouija Hunter gets a cut already onto Daza. Redux on the other hand, popping the overload, gets a kill, and it's hurt into the middle line, getting some free shots in the process. Calamitous though just hopping around, has to step on to the point, gets a Deadeye there from Trooper. The Deadeyes there from Trooper all the way to the side have been pretty effective. 75 should be good, like the same old armor pack. Fire rate buff naman. First and okay, first and last Torbjorn ko yan. Bastion play here from Calamitous, wow. Damn. The tank going ham. Calamitous MVP, dude. That should help you out. Nakakapagod kasi yung fast attack games. Gago, sobrang nakakapagod, as in. Nakakapagod yung wala yung kalaban. Yung tipong sasabihin, let's play default, tapos not gonna show up with their team. ZZZ. But anyway, so on the, still Torbjorn for Arctaniel. And really, I've been curious how Arctaniel is trying to play this. Oh, look at that toss. I love it. I love that Arctaniel is just embracing the Torb in the first place. Calamitous on the other hand will try and deal with Timora and gets him with the Genji. But Calamitous now gonna go for some pokes. In the meantime, Ticina tossing out the Fire Grenade, keeping Udaza topped up, but finally there's a takedown from Cyanide. For the red team, they're trying to keep this up. Calamitous gonna go for the deflect, and the red squad now getting 3 kills but has lost the point. But for how long can the blue team keep this? Andoy, the only one left, already fading out of existence, gets chased down, and the Banshee wails after her death. Timora on the other hand staying to the right hand side, going for a dive up on top, spots at Calamitous, and the Genji has to get some distance away from the Bara, but looks like the Bucket of Bolts will die in this one. And the blue squad just being heavily staggered for the time being. They need to regroup, they need to figure out how they're gonna approach this with their lineup, because they have a Moira Ana, but they don't really have a tanky composition to go with it. I feel like the Moira Ana is for very, very greedy tank players, and maybe Bimby can capitalize by switching over to a main tank. But this hasn't been effective for the time being. Ouija Hunter now with 2 kills. Andoy tossing out the Bio Orb in the meantime, trying to heal up Bimby. Fire Falcon gonna go for some swings. The Shatter is available. And for the red squad, gonna try to go through to the middle again. Fire Falcon now will meet them. The Earth Shatter is available as well as the Graviton Surge. And knowing what the red team has, they have a very, very balanced lineup. Arctaniel getting charged up, getting taken down. Graviton Surge here from Cyanide as well. And here comes a Meteor Strike now from Udaza to try and go to the backline. But he gets met by the Helix Rockets. Andoy ready with the Coalescence. The blue team gonna push in with their beams. Both Bimby and Andoy can pop theirs at any time. But the real question is, can the blue squad pierce the veil, pierce the shield there? And yes, they do! A Dragon Blade though in response from Calamity gets a cut on to Bimby. Next will be Ticino, and that's gotta be chop parts for the meat in this one. Arcana now. Next will be the next target, losing the turret and the slide. The overload a little too early for my taste, but can the red squad actually keep this up? Because 85% and counting here for the red team. On the other hand, the blue squad switching over to a Mercy here for Tosino. Timora still staying with the Pharah, needs to get topped up. Rocket Barrage is available, gets the med back in time. A Coalescence now comes on out here from Andoy. Gonna go for the push on to the point. Overtime has been popped. Tactical Visor is there as well. OG Hunter now with 2 kills, going for Bimby next. So far so good for the Soldier 76. A Rocket Barrage though from Timora out of nowhere finally gets shut down by Calamitous. A team kill going the way of the red team. Congratulations to the red squad in that one.
Score 0-1.
Plus Attack is a really tiring tournament, guys. I hope you can like feel my antok right now. Oh, Indirex left that. Hi to you, Indirex, if you're in the stream. It's kinda hard to chat at the same time.
5, 4, 3, 2.
But anyway, so gonna be on control center now, and it's gonna be Bimby here on to the Wrecking Ball. Just gonna roll around for the time being. Bimby looking for an opportunity to strike. Fire Falcon will show up in front of him. And the Junkrat grenades from Timora just putting some damage, giving some energy here for the red squad. Bimby now gonna cause some chaos. Andoy taking advantage, and Arctaniel with the flank gets a kill onto Cyanide. Cereza having the back on out, healing up the rest of the red team. So for the red squad, all they need to do is not get staggered and get staggers themselves. There you go, starting things off with a takedown onto Andoy. The blue squad on the other hand trying to connect onto the point. The first person trying gonna go for the capture. Fire Falcon on the other hand kicking them off, and Arctaniel with the kill onto EG Hunter right now. The Torbjorn in the front line has the back on against the bigger hammer wielder that is the Reinhardt. Now Bimby gonna go for the rotate play, gets a bio grenade in response. Arctaniel putting up another turret, and these turrets are very pesky. 12 seconds cooldown is not really a lot. It takes a while, yes, to get it back online if it dies, but at the same time you can just toss it around. Fire Falcon now gonna go for the charge, mana boosted up, and the fire strike there just cooking Arctaniel in the process. The red squad pretty effective so far. OG Hunter now with a takedown onto Helix, onto Daza with the Helix Rockets. Bimby on the other hand having the back on out, looking for a med pack or a place to heal, because he knows he can't do this forever, but round and round he goes. 36% right now for the red team. There's the contest. Bimby popping the mines by the stairway, but there is no real follow-up. The blue squad can't push in with both the Lucio as well as the Genji, causing some chaos. Arctaniel will get rid of that. Let's take down 2. And here comes the Molten Core now from the Torbjorn. Timora on the other hand ready with the Riptire, looking for an opportunity to strike. Cyanide, look at that, playing it very cheekily. What he did was stepping on the lava to get a bubble charge in that one. Now Arctaniel, angry about all these events. Lamna's gonna go for a dash. OG Hunter still staying on with the attack visor. Can pop it at any time. Transcendence here from the Zenyatta. Good ultimate economy usage here from OG Hunter. Not using the attack visor yet. Waiting for the blue squad to expend their other ults. Arctaniel getting taken down. Timora also gets the Riptire countered in the process. Andoy here spots out Fire Falcon. Here comes the Soldier 76 and the Zenyatta now in a pretty bad spot alongside the Hanzo. Here comes Cyanide having to back on out. They're gonna chase after the Zenyatta and poor Andoy just having to run around, finally gets taken down by Calamitous. The red squad in perfect control of Lijiang Tower, and this might be a very fast one as the red squad already 99% and counting will take the win here on Lijiang Tower.
Victory.
Red team, I feel like the red team worked out really good in that one. Like it was very surprising, to be honest, that how the red team played that. It goes to show that the Torbjorn isn't really that strong if you can't set up in the first place. Streets of King's Row, not with the spacesuit but with the Ghost Reinhardt. On the other hand, Air 3 gonna be onto the Mercy, Redux on the Pharah. Oh, has the, I like the skin. I kinda want this skin. Yuumi on the Zarya, Closure on the Zen, and Rebirth this time gonna be onto the Torb. Gets a snipe onto the turret of Calamitous. And that's funny, because both Rebirth and Calamitous are gonna be on those Torbs. Here comes a charge now from Astronaut. Astronaut playing way too deep. Gets a buy grenade in response, gets sniped up by Cereza, and a huge opening now made by the red team. A Pharah Mercy combination from Cyanide and Bayu, but as well keeping control of the point. The turret getting caught out. The red squad now stepping onto the point. Yuumi having to back on out, and Redux can't really do much in the face of the Pharah Mercy already into position. OEG Hunter now gonna go for the charge on in, the Tracer getting the first hit. And that's really problematic here for the blue team because they have switched over to a double off-tank composition. Astronaut getting demeched again and will get taken down by Cyanide. And for many people, in terms of Reinhardt, when you go for the charge all the way to the backline, that's not the best thing to do because you're gonna get punished so heavily. A sleep dart, a bio grenade, a bunch of damage past your barrier, and your barrier being whittled down so quickly will lead to an easy kill for your opposite team. For now though, we now move into the streets phase of King's Row. Redux knows someone's in the subway. Ouija Hunter just hiding, coming out from his previous train stop. Gonna go for Closure now. Foot bomb is available. Gonna go for the stick. Gets it on to Rebirth. And the Torbjorn actually stays alive. So if you have the overload, you can stay alive against the pulse bomb. That's just another neuter there again with Tracer's crit. That's what now. Gonna go for the push. You see the turret now being put to the right hand side. Just going for some damage there onto the Tracer. Calamitous on the other hand popping the molten core, just smudging the floor with some lava for the time being. Redux now close to the rocket barrage, but Cyanide is ready with his. Looking for a place to get a shot onto Astronaut. The Diva evades at the last moment, and Cyanide now in position to pop the rocket barrage. Makes a train onto two, but doesn't get enough kills. The baby Diva actually getting the takedown, but the red team still in control as they have a turret set into play. Calamitous just playing a top Torb to fruition. So really with this patch, attack Torb might actually become a thing because you can set up a turret onto the payload and it's gonna be very pesky and it moves along. Blue squad already with 3 ultimates, and the red team has expended almost all of the resources. The pulse bomb is gonna come up in just a bit, so it's up to EG Hunter to get a pick or two. Redux though coming in for the flank. Molten core already popped by Rebirth to force the red team to back off from the payload, move to the right hand instead. A self-destruct now coming out from Astronaut as well, does get 2 in the classic King's Row spot, so kudos to Astronaut there, getting the self-destruct in that fight. But the blue squad not out of the woods yet. Astronaut now just standing there, hopefully he didn't DC. OG Hunter now gonna go for the push on in again, linking out, no recall available. The Diva responding properly, chasing after the Tracer without the resources available. Now Astronaut should back on out. Blue squad trying to get in position with their defense again, but the real question is, how will the red team penetrate this? A Gravity Surge now comes on out, Molten Core here to cut off the tank line as well. Yuumi now gonna get Transcendence up by Closure. A lot of healing here from the Zenyatta. The lava still aids to play. Redux up on top, gets a takedown onto Calamitous' turret. But the Molten Core here from Calamitous gets rid of Closure as he pops out of the Transcendence, and Ouija Hunter will follow suit. Both are now connecting onto Astronaut, gets Nano Boost as well to boost up that the pulse bomb damage. Rocket Barrage as well from Cyanide. And Red Squad in heavy control of this fight. Looks like the red team has this innate chemistry in them that has been working out to their favor. Again, the red team finish it off though because the blue team still has a contest in them. Redux looking for a position to go for the rocket punch. Yumi has switched over to the Tracer as well. Astronaut on the other hand, still that Diva. Got a big bomb then. Can he get a big bomb now once he gets the self-shock? Can he actually make it? Cyanide now dropping on down. We have a shatter here from Farfalcon to put the Moira to the floor. Redux whipping out the rocket punch. Does get a kill. But this is gonna be the blue team holding on. No! Ouija Hunter with the clutch gets rid of Air 3. Rebirth has to put up the turret to deal with the Tracer and posthumously getting them shots. The Tracer now hiding behind the payload. Gets a contest here from the Zenyatta. There's the recall now, so Ouija Hunter has to hide away. A flashbang connecting from Redux. And that was very, very close there from Ouija Hunter. Pretty clutch plays if you ask me. The red team now ready with a Valkyrie as well as the Molten Core, and I feel like in situations where the payload is close to the end or really tight spots, the Molten Core is gonna be so potent. But you know what's even more potent? The defending Molten Core coming on out after the takedown from Farfalcon, cutting off both the Torbjorn as well as the Reinhardt. Farfalcon now losing the shield, just getting burnt up. And this is okay, so that's the distinction. If it's opponents, it's like orange. If it's yours, it's probably your color or something. Probably red or blue. Depends. Rebirth on the other hand gonna go to the right hand side. Wants to set up again. A contest here from Yumi and Air 3 gonna pop the coalescence to keep the sustain alive. Popping up the Tracer, but Yubit is the first to fall in this fight. For the blue squad, just switching over to a triple DPS comp. Looks like it is working for them because Calamita's not setting up the turret in a place to disregard any flankers, but instead has been using them way too offensively, and you can shut those down as they're being built. Cyanide on the other hand, close to the Graviton Surge, and Zarya might be the one to turn things on its head because Cyanide is close to the 100 energy, has the Graviton Surge, gonna pop it on to Astronaut. And the Diva is first of all. Redux popping a Deadeye into the backline, dealing with the Ana next, but Redux knows he can't get shot up by Sareza. Sareza on the other hand, finally getting a tag in the bag, but you but gonna go for some beats onto the point, getting the beat down onto the Torbjorn. Transcendence now here from Closure. Astronaut to the right hand side as well, gets a bag grenade and has to deal with the Zarya. Good air challenge there for Farfalcon to put the Moira to the wall. Astronaut the only survivor, the Baby Diva, the next to fall in this fight. Redux too late to contest. And the red squad finish up the map with a decent amount of time.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Dude, that was that's just interesting. That's really interesting. I'm studying how the Torbs play. I'm studying how they're forced to use the Molten Core and stuff. It really goes to show that if your opponent has to cross somewhere, if your opponent is stuck somewhere, if your opponent can be separated, that's what the Molten Core is for. It feels like a buy grenade, to be honest. Like, that's as much of a impact it does into the game. Dude. Focus, baby. I think I should get some coffee or something after this one. But anyway, the blue squad now gonna be on to the attack. The red team gonna be on that defense, and still we have a Thor, but the Ouija Hunter this time will whip out the Widowmaker, and a golden Widow gun at that. So we'll see if the Widow can actually get some picks. Teresa on the Ana still. We did win out a good 1v1 a while ago, so just keeping up the momentum from the Ana will allow them to easily take the win. On the other hand, Cyanide here on the Zarya, but Ubot on the Lucian, Farfalcon on the tank as well. Dead. Sleepy dead. For the blue squad though, they're running this 4 DPS comp. Is this for real? Will someone switch out to a tank? That is the real question. Maybe a Wrecking Ball would be best for them, because they're already so scattered with the 4 DPS comp. But instead, they're gonna go for this. Very, very dangerous to do so in the first place. The third now with a takedown. Calamitas on the other hand gets a kill onto Air 3. And the red squad trying to stay onto the right hand side. Rebirth gonna go for the flank. Rotating around the statue. There's a takedown from Farfalcon and Calamitas to the 2-hit scan. And the hit scan here won't really be doing much because there is no Pharah. The Widowmaker can out damage you from a very long distance. And still have to deal with the Torbjorn into play as well. For the blue team, they switch for sting ups, and Yumi is gonna be the first to do so. Gonna play the Widowmaker instead, gonna duel Ouija Hunter in these engagements. The turret is the target, and Air 3 into the backline gets a kill. Calamitous though with 2 takedowns even gets rid of Astronaut. It just goes to show the new projectile speed increased by the Torbjorn. Very, very potent in the right hands. The Widowmaker though still up on top. Can Yuumi get another pick here as he moves on to the cinema? Air 3 is gonna jump on in, spots out the flaming hot Torbjorn and gets burnt in the process. Astronaut on the other hand onto the left hand side working on the Torbjorn, and it really goes to show that even if you change abilities, the hitbox is still the same. So some crits there going from the Tracer to the Torb at a long distance.
Enemy turret ahead.
Blue Sword now setting up in a new way. Air 3 as well as Yuumi getting those picks. Here comes Astronaut dropping on down. Molten Core is popped. Calamitous does get 2 because the red squad coming from the hotel wasn't the smartest thing to do. Walking onto that lava allowed them to get taken down so easily. Cyanide now, the next target, probably got the med pack there, but no, Astronaut will be able to get the kill. Pulse Bomb is available now for Astronaut just after a small flurry of bullets. Fire Falcon on the other hand staying by the corner, dealing with the Doofus, gets a Pulse Bomb now, doesn't stick. The blue squad with the first stick, and here comes the Nano Reinhardt getting taken down by a shot from the Spider. A Dragon Strike now from the blue team. Coming in through to the archway. Calamitous with 2 kills as well. Air 3 and Yuumi and has been pretty strong so far onto the Widowmaker as well as the Doomfist. So we'll see if the rest of the blue squad will change out of respect. The red squad though, just really in control of this. They have been since the start. Just out-dueling, outsmarting, and out-positioning the blue team, especially with the Calamitous Molten Core being such a disruptor when the blue squad goes on to the point. Now hook there from Cyanide, doesn't get too much in that fight. The red team gonna march on into the point again. Calamitous popping his head and popping the head of Yuumi in the process. So the Widowmaker losing a limb in this one. And the blue squad though, keep this up. And finally capture the point here on King's Row. Daks is ready with the Deadeye. Look at that shot there. Luigi Hunter up on top, keeping the Deadeye locked on as possible. But even after all those shields staying way too long, Fire Falcon with the counter charge brings Redux along for a ride. Dragon Strike though from the real bird. Cyanide now hopping around, gonna go for the contest, trying to stay behind the Black Saxy, but it looks like it's gonna be a fake one in that one. In that regard, Cereza low as well, gets killed. Rebirth has switched on over to the Hanzo. For the blue team, they have run out of supports and they have 5 DPS now. And we'll see if that actually works, because maybe, just maybe, all the damage will lead somewhere. On the other hand, I wouldn't be too surprised if the blue squad would falter by this part, because they're gonna have to deal with like a whole hog, with a shatter, with a molten core as well. Red team now keeping tabs on the payload. As the blue squad holding the corner for the time being. Astronaut getting blown back to space with the Helix Rocket's closure on the other hand, keeping the charge on, and it's gonna be Air 3 with another kill. A tactical visor now is available. Can Air 3 go for a flank as the blue squad still in control of this? Spots out his counterpart, Luigi Hunter. The 2 soldiers gonna do it for the time being. And here comes Redux now with the rotate. Thinks against it. Wants to go for the point itself. Blue squad now getting close to the end. Can they get to the second checkpoint as a nano visor there from Air 3 does get 2. We'll go for the Winston next. And Fire Falcon stuck in the cage, but looks like Air 3 is gonna say, you're not caged in here with me. Oh, I'm not caged in you. Dude, my analogy is so bad when I'm really sleepy. I was gonna say, if... Never mind. I'm just like, that was so awkward. Yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee real quick after this one just to wake myself up. So Cyanide and Astronaut gonna duel into the backline. The Tracer getting a lot of ult charge honestly from the Roadhog. So Cyanide feeding a lot of potential resource here. Redux now with a Deadeye, spots out the Nano Winston, and this time can Fire Falcon get the kill? No, Redux with a shutdown. Calamitous a long range takedown onto the McCree as well. The red team now gonna push with the turret, but Astronaut going to take advantage of this. Ready with Pulse Bomb, gets the med back in time, tosses it to the right hand side, gets absolutely no one. The overcharge there from The overload rather from Calamitous was enough to get a takedown there. And the red squad now gonna push on up by the corridor to try and set up a kill or two. OG Hunter now with another takedown. Looks like the turrets is set up into play. And I like that. I like the new visual thing on the turret. There's like that huge laser that tells you that you're targeted. Air 30 out in front again. And this blue team 5 DPS comp has actually been pretty effective. Thank you for the follow there. Bobo James 12. dude, what a name. What a name. And keeping with the sidelines here, Yuumi should actually push on up. Since the blue team has this 5 DPS comp, what they can do is just play skirmishes. They don't really need to group up too much. Half of their healers are snipers anyway, the other half are hit scan. So for the blue squad, they can use as much of the map as they can. And Anubis now comes on out onto Ouija Hunter. He wants to go for the attack visor, gets it out in front of Yuumi, but Redux with the flashbang. Ouija Hunter now with 2. Closure is there as well, sending all their spirits to the Ghost Realm. For the red squad, the defense with a 2-2-2 comp working out in their favor. On the other hand, the blue team running and gunning, playing this 5 DPS, finally seeing the cracks in the hole. Air Dorado getting the punch, dropping down to the left hand side. Redux gets hooked up, will get picked off by Cyanide. The red team now gonna go for the push, sees the Zenyatta out in front, and Closure wants to go for the trance. But still, if Closure wanted to play a solo support, he should actually have switched out of the Zenyatta, because the only way he can sustain anyone is with his ultimate. There he goes, popping it, getting knocked around. Astronaut as well as Air 3 both do fall. The environmental aspect from the red team just managing the blue team in that instance. Rebirth on the other hand goes for a pick. That's it. Gets taken down onto one. Cyanide using the Molten Core as cover, gonna hop on out. Yuumi though with this Reaper has got a lot of energy again against the Roadhog, and really goes to show the 600 HP is so much in terms of the potential ult timings for the opposite squad. But in return, you do get the insta-kill potential, and Astronaut does fall. Yuumi returns a favor with the kill onto Cyanide. The healing from the Moira a little too late. Air 3 with the punch as well, and the overtime has been popped. So Blue Squad has this last-ditch effort to go for the push. Can they actually make it as Yuumi now drops on top with the Shadow Step. Calamitous getting the Nana boost, and Yuumi still staying onto this. Doesn't want to use the Death Blossom yet, forcing Bayuba to go out with the Fade. The blue team though has no more healers. They don't even have a healer. 76 by orb comes on out. Fire Falcon onto the right hand side, dealing with Rebirth, but still there's too much damage there from the blue team to handle. Another kill going the way of Bayuba, and the red squad staggering one by one won't work out in their favor. They need to go as 5 and bully them with their superior bodies. A Death Blossom now from Yuumi doesn't get a kill. Air 3 in the meantime, Meteor Strike into the middle, and the blue squad is still able to finish this. So kudos to them doing it with the 5 DPS, but the red team now a minute and 13 to attack one last time. 123 actually.
Switching sides.
Ooh. The zone out is real, friend. So it really goes to show, for the blue team, making that 5 DPS work was a process, but it was a process that they were willing to do, because it looks like none of them really were clicking together as a 2-2-2. Instead, they changed some things. They decided to make them skirmish microplays and try to get as many picks as possible. The problem with that and doing that in a competitive scene is the opposing team is very coordinated, knows their teammates well. But in a setup where it's pugs, you can just go for these microplays, get as many kills as you can, and on the attack, that works out more so than trades in the first place. So the red squad, this last attack here, we do have Fire Falcon on the Ryan, Bayubat on the Lucio, Cyanide on the Roadhog, Cereza on the Ana, Ouija Hunter on the McCree, and Calamitous on the Genji. So no more Torbjorn shenanigans here for the red team. Want to finish it here and now. On the other hand, the blue squad gonna be having a Torbjorn here for Yuumi, and Air 3 gonna pick up the slack, gonna be on the Ryan, and the real burn on the Brigitte. That was very questionable to say the least. What was Real Birth doing there? As Calamitous now with the pick up onto the turret again. Honestly, Real Birth throwing that game away if he can't make it back in time. Astronaut now onto the right hand side, running away from the McCree. Here's the charge. bringing along Air 3 for a line. He's really low, gets taken down by Fire Falcon. A heroic display there from the Red Reinhardt. The Red Squad now getting 2 picks. And can the blue team get back into this? Realbert gets a stun, doesn't get a kill, but it's Fire Falcon still getting taken down by Astronaut. Now Realbert will fall again, and the only remaining member here is Redux. No, he's dead again. The blue squad having to give it up. Kudos to the red team for taking it 4-3. I'm gonna get something to wake myself up.
Play
Fuck.
of the game.
Astronaut getting play of the game. There you go. There you go. The bomb. It's the bomb, dude. It's the bomb.
Nerf this.
Nerf this.
Double, triple kill.
That corner. That part of... You can do it. There you go. Look at that turret placement there from Arcs. Yumi gonna be on the Zen and Timura on the Ana. They're gonna combo it up for the red team. They're gonna meet this turret and meet Billy out in the middle as well. Super Frags getting shot out as well. Calamitous this time on that Tracer. Gonna back on out, looking for some healing. The red team now crossing the bridge. The turret there still doing damage. Fire Falcon just putting the shield up. And honestly, this could have been an advantage here if the blue team had a disruptor in terms of movement. They could have gotten a boop there. But the red squad uncontested, getting past the first bridge. The red team right now meeting them at the corridor. Billy still out into the middle line near the tree, going for some snipes. Here comes Calamitous with the dive on in with the Tracer and using the Tracer pistols to deal with Archdaniel. Really, as we've been saying, Torbjorn, an easy hitbox to deal with. A one clip from the Tracer wouldn't be much of a surprise in the first place. Billy now spots out Calamitous after the takedown with a bit of mind, but look at that movement there from Calamitous. That was absolutely a masterclass there on playing the Tracer. Next will be the Zenyatta and Calamitous with 2, putting Timura to the corner. A beautiful engagement there from the red team. And now they're gonna go for the first checkpoint, more or less uncontested. Billy switching over to the McCree, wants to deal with Kalam. Pulse bomb onto Natsukashi, he stays alive, but the flashbang into the headshot combination isn't in time. So now the blue squad losing the first first checkpoint for this one. Archdaniel though getting a headshot now onto Super Frags. So it looks like he's the one getting fragged instead. Huge earth shot there for Fire Falcon, but no real follow-up. Finally Cyanide with the takedown. But the blue squad in control of this. Archdaniel going for the Molten Core the same way he wanted to in the first place for that first checkpoint defense. And just look at how much area it covers. That'd be so potent in the first place. The blue team now waiting on for the red squad to come out of their gates, and they're coming out in full force. Super Frags getting a res as well, so no more staggers here. Cyanide spotting out Archdaniel to the right hand corner store. Here comes the red team now inside, gets rid of the turret. Chiaki will respond in kind with the grab. He has a bunch of energy to deal with this, and Billy with the kill on the Super Frags. The blue team gonna push with the Lucio in, so Yumi with 2. Solid play from the Lucio. And that's the blue squad getting a team kill. Beautiful play there from the blue team. We should actually check that one out again. I keep pressing the Overwatch full screen one. I love that. I love the grab there from Chiaki. So I'm gonna try something new this scrim, guys. Hopefully it does work out. Now I'll try to set it up before the end. In the meantime, though, we are losing a lot of flames. And grab the surge now from Cyanide. Calamitous getting a pulse bomb as well onto Yumi. The red team now gonna push with the Valkyrie, and Bayubat with a very ambitious rest has to cancel it before he would die. Tasina still holding the nano boost in tow. Super Frag's gonna go for the punch as well. Gets a tag there onto the Zarya, putting Chiaki to the wall. Future strike now onto Archdaniel. The charge a little too early from Natsukashi. Good play there, but the execution a little off in that process. Now have a Deadeye up on top. Billy looking for a target or 2, gets bounced below. Nano onto the McCree as well. A shatter comes on out from Fire Falcon. Graviton Surge from Chiaki, and the blue team winning it out at the end. So for the blue squad, after a flurry of ultimates, finally making it out, getting a team kill. Kudos to the blue team, actually making that work in the first place. We do need to see if the blue squad can handle another defense here, because it has been over 2 minutes, and this bridgeway isn't a common spot on Rialto. Natsukashi missing the charge. Fire Falcon caught out in the open, gonna charge on back, needs to get healed up, gets shattered instead by Natsukashi in the blue team with the speed boost, going to the spawn point already, forcing Calamitous back inside. And the Gelatissimo here for Calamitous, providing him protection, providing him with a sweet victory onto the Torbjorn. What's happening? What's happening in the chat? Pwede ba ito turret at one click? Sa pag Torbjorn kapag tight ng laban and tight spaces. Hello sa recover. Tom, what is with your... Tom, are you so tigang today, my friend? Red squad now gonna finally push the bridge and getting the 2 supports. So the blue squad, no more sustain, should just run away like headless chickens. But the Doomfist into the fray to Sino with the takedown onto Billy in that one. Can the red team actually keep this up? Super frags though with the takedown onto Archdaniel. His turret. I hate that. I realize that I've been like with the Symmetra changes and with the Torbjorn changes now. I honestly hate the Torbjorn turret as well as the Symmetra teleporter are both in the kill feed. But Cyanide now catching out one Graviton Surge there from Chiaki at the last moment, and Super Rags will be able to get squished onto the Lucio before the Sound Barrier connects. So the blue squad wasting a bunch of ultimates in this one, even committing with the Nano Boost. But the red squad still winning it out in the end, gonna go for the push. Graviton Surge on the Natsukashi, debatably unnecessary, but still sealing the hole here that is to be the Reinhardt shaped by shield in this one. Archdaniel now gonna drop one down, popping up the Molten Core. Gonna chase after Tuxedo. The honor is the first of all. Calamitous in a weird spot, but still gets a headshot in onto Archdaniel. Cool, calm, and collected. Wants to go for a pick now onto Billy. The Deadeye is available. Notice Billy just hiding. He knows that Calam knew where he was, so Billy decided to go into cover instead, using it as bait. A good flashbang there onto Super Rags, Fan the Happer to connect as well. Calam is now taking a nap, will get teabags, and Archdaniel will get the kill instead. So the blue team now at the corner, dealing with the Earth Shatter, but Farfakon still gets it on the 4. Huge stun there from the Reinhardt. Cyanide will take advantage as well. Yumi caught out in the out, and the Zenyatta losing all focus, and will get taken down. Oh, it's Gumby. Hi, Gumby! Welcome to the stream. Oh, Daddy here's. Hello, Osh. How was the Japan dates? You know naman the commands eh. Parang naman you still play Overwatch though. The red squad having to deal with the shatter here. Oh, Natsukashi. Good flank play. So he went for the 180. Just dropping on down, getting the shatter. Farfakon not paying attention to in the first place. This is gonna be the blue team now. Collating into the middle line. Graviton Surge in response. Cyanide really has this vendetta against Natsukashi because he's been solo grabbing the Reinhardt in the past 2 ones. And I believe for the red team, that's actually a bad spot for them. Because Cyanide could easily combo out with someone like Calamitous, combo out with Super Frags as well. So Meteor Strike, very, very potent if you get it away from the Reinhardt in the first place. See, this man sprays his hot stuff. Overwatch is that game where you can make so much porn titles in the first place. The red squad and the blue squad now meeting at the corner, the turret waiting to be the reception. Really just a toll gate at this point. But Farfakon taking some shots. Just getting healed up by you, but there's the charge now. As I was saying before, you can use the turret to block a charge. A Graviton Surge now pretty big here from the blue team. Deadeye from Billy as well will get shut down by Calamitous. Chiaki on the other hand using the focus onto the McCree to his advantage. And another successful hold here for the blue squad. Chiaki has been pretty on point, and it really goes to show between the Zaryas, if you can connect your grabs better, it's just an insta-win condition. And on the other hand, for the red team, they've been using the Earth Shatters. So for both teams, they could improve with their tank play in the first place, main tank and off tank, respectively for blue and red. Now here comes Archdaniel spraying his hot molten load there onto this corner of the payload. Natsukashi getting a takedown onto Sino, just shattering the honor in this one. Super Frags now into the side. Wants to go for Natsukashi. Gets the punch. Gets a few shots with the nail gun as well. But for somehow the Reinhardt staying alive. Super Frags with a kill onto Billy again. And the overtime now has been popped. The red team gonna push along the corner. Just chilling for the time being. The blue squad gonna go for a reconvene instead inside. And this is very dangerous here for the blue team because the Calamitous does have the blade available to Cena with the nano boost as well. Now out into the sky, not getting the nano boost yet. Finally gets it after a second of delay. A little awkward there from Calamitous. Gets a fire grenade in response. A Graviton Surge now from the red team gets absolutely nothing. So Cyanide really struggling with that ultimate. A sound barrier though from Bayu, but to keep everyone hopped up in perfect fighting condition. Archdaniel now the only kill so far from the blue squad. And the Torbjorn rather trying to turn things around. A Graviton Surge on the Bayu, but getting rid of the mobility of the Lucio, but Bayu still staying alive with the payload. Cyanide in the backline, leaving them in the red squad. C9ing at the end. The blue team getting a successful defense. for the time being.
Score
Dude, this coke actually helped.
0-2. Switching sides.
And I fucked up the overlay. No one told me that I fucked up the overlay, guys. I think I left it at the wrong one. But yeah, now the blue team gonna be on attack. The red team was on the attack a while ago and finishing 2 points and close to the end. So I have a question to the audience. What drink do you guys usually do when you're really sleepy? Like, what drink do you go for? Like, I could already guess some common answers would be Copico 78. Some people actually like Gatorade to wake yourselves out, which is weird because Gatorade is a drink for people who are sweating, you know, just rehydrate yourself, not really to wake you up in the first place. Iced tea for me. Iced tea is good too. What kind? Nesty? Lipton? I was grocery shopping the other day and I was looking at all the different Nesty shit now, and it's like, there's normal lemon, and apparently there's honey lemon, and then there's like, what was that, berry lemon or something. It's like, what is all this Nesty shit? Too big. I have an addiction to it, fam. Oh yeah, I remember last time we were out. Yo. Too big is not enough if you just want to wake up. I feel like too big is dip your head into the sink and drown for a bit.
Yeah, let's move it.
Oh, Infectious, thank you for the host again, man. Even that's the second host this week, so kudos to Infectious. If you guys want to check out Infectious, you know, it's twitch.tv/infectious with 4 extra S's. But now for the red squad, they're running this Orisa up on top. Looked like they wanted to go for the environmental, but just the angle from the blue squad's approach not allowing them to do so. Billy getting a punch there onto Super Frags. The blue team now gonna go for the push on in with the charge. Oh, the Orisa getting in the way of Natsukashi, stopping the Reinhardt in his tracks, but the Orisa still falling. The speed boost now from the blue squad, well coordinated here to push into the plaza, and eventually the picks working out in their favor. Fire Falcon now switching over to the Rhine. And in the meantime, Cyanide on a lonely stroll here by the canals of Venice. Might be the date in this one. Spots Billy, but I guess a Doomfist wearing a tuxedo for another kind of event. Super Frags and Chiaki now meeting. The Soldier 76 having the back on out and still wants to engage on there. In the meantime, the red team already set up down below. Arctano trying to put up turret. Gets a headshot instead from Calamitous. The red squad now gonna go for the push with the Widowmaker onto the payload. Yumi with the boop. A meteor strike here from Billy though into the backline. Here comes the punch right now. Doesn't connect. And Cyanide taking a dip into the water. Casino getting a few nail guns there and putting the meat to rest. The blue squad getting the first checkpoint with a lot of time in the time bound. The real question is, can they actually learn from their defense? Because from their defense, they were already held here. The red squad, on the other hand, all the way across the map. Can they push the payload and take control of the corner to just keep the action on the Daks area instead? And for the blue squad, they do have the advantage once they get past that corner, because the Widowmaker will have a tough time to get some shots, and if the blue squad, the red squad rather, loses the fight there, the defense will have a hard time until the end. Ice cold syempre. Lagyan ko ice ulo ko. Kalamas now getting a headshot on the sleeping Yumi. Gets sleep darted as well by Timura. But the barricade connecting. Earth Shatter now from Natsukashi in the backline. Brings Cyanide along for a ride. Smashes the Zarya onto the wall. And the blue squad finally getting past the corner here. So far so good for the blue team. Attacking visor here from Super Rags and Nanaboo's as well. So the red team gonna full commit onto the soldier ult. Billy dies to the Venom Mines. Super Frags now spotting out Yumi, but the Lucian is gonna dance in the dark, dance to the other side instead. Super Frags is running around, getting away from the Ana, but no, Timura still with a takedown. A Captain Surge now from Chiaki in the blue team, still in control of this. Natsukashi going for the swipe. Cyanide being booped around. Calamitous to the right hand side as well. Will be chased after by Chiaki, and the blue team now in a heavy assault here, getting the second checkpoint without much duress. Wet. Ultra wet, dude. Ultra wet. for the blue team right now. They do have 4 ultimates available and Billy out into the sky again. So he's gonna go up on top of the roof, try to charge up the size 6 spam, but I feel like this is way too dangerous. Makes it count, however, the kill onto Bayu, but in a sound barrier to keep him topped as well. So the blue squad pretty coordinated in that one. They know like the Doomfist is gonna go for this very, very ballsy play, and we are gonna go in with him. To Cena getting a sleep dart there onto the Zarya, meets the other Ana, and Timora with the takedown onto his counterpart. So for the blue team, another successful push there. Can they get to the end? That is the real question. Firefly can go whip out the Fire Strike. But Yubot on the other hand, onto the right hand side. We now have the Earth Shatter there from Fire Falcon, putting Natsukashi to the floor, charge connecting onto the Zarya, but Teyaki still staying alive. The blue team now close to the end. Can they make it? The Reaper in the backline. Cyanide getting a takedown onto Timora, and they need to check their corners in an engagement like this. No Cyanide not popping the rain for him in time. Earth Shatter is there. Arcangel with another takedown. They leave the payload, but they already have it in the bag in the first place.
Victory.
Torb is demonstrating it for everyone. What is this shit? Lava. Yeah, new lava. It's what made. God damn it, Gumby. Gumby, you're the Hammond main, right? Yeah, he's maybe. Dude, if you just check his voice, you can see that's the only thing he plays. Natsukashi, Reinhardt main. Heavenly Lurker and Gumby having a little chat. Good to see you guys. It's gonna be a little different if you decide to play Pompe and end up on these maps instead. But for the blue team, they're gonna be another Torbjorn. I mean, I love that they're really running this Torbjorn, but I feel like we've seen what the Torbjorn can do, and now it's time for the red squad to actually show how to dominate it. And this time, Dom and Vigilance gonna be on to the Pharah and the Mercy. Tamora swooping on in, using the Archway's cover, taking a nap right now, gets hooked up, and Neagle getting booped away. So the blue squad working together to keep Tamora alive. Vigilance gets 2 direct hits in a row, and looks like Tamora doesn't need any practice to get used to the new Pharah, already understanding the speed of the projectile. No splash damage here as Tamora getting some beautiful direct hits onto the Mercy. The blue team now gonna back on out, but playing very, very offensively again. Billy now on that Ana for the time being. Gonna go for the heal, gets a bar grenade there onto Vigilance, and good shielding there from Yummy. But can the red squad actually get past the blue team in this engagement? Because they've been struggling for the past minute already, and still another kill. So we do get a kill onto one. Vital now gonna get another snipe onto Arcangel, and finally the red team is punishing the blue squad's overconfidence in this one. The red team now gonna go to the right hand side, going to the truck. Yummy gonna meet Chiaki in this engagement. Fire Strike now comes on out, and Yummy wants to get that Earth Shatter before they start things off, but Yumi has other plans. Shatter now coming out from Chiaki, putting the 2 taps to the floor. Yummy taking a nap as well, and finally the focus fire onto the Reinhardt will whip him down. Dumbledore on the other hand up on top, gets taken down by the Ana. Neagle getting poisoned as well. And another successful hold here by the blue team. Chiaki, the only survivor, only casualty rather, for the blue squad. The red team now gonna come through to the center again. Marching orders from Yummy. Get to the end and get the shatter. He's gonna go for the charge and punished immediately by Yumi. That's the problem with going the charge without an off-tank utility. Because Neagle is on the Roadhog, yes. He's gonna go for the hook. Almost gets a kill onto Natsukashi, but not quite. And he's gonna pop the whole hog right now, putting Arcangel to the corner. Next will be Yumi. The Zarya in a bad spot, but finally whittles down the Roadhog in that fight. A rocket barrage here from Dom as well. And the red squad finally getting the overcommitting blue team. This has been so much hubris on the part of the blue squad. They get punished by both Yummy and Dumbledore. And Eagle now switching over to the D.Va. So let's talk about that real quick, as Yummy now gonna stay on to the point. Shatter connecting onto the Zarya as well as the Mercy. Yummy going for a swing of things. Wants to go for Yumi this time, because Yumi's close to the Graviton Surge and pops it in the middle line of the point. A rocket barrage as well as a Molten Core, just making it rain both from the sky and on the ground. A successful defense here from the blue team so far. I love the new Molten Core, honestly. It's really fun. And just watch that again. So just look at this play from the blue team. So Yumi came on out, popped the suicide grab, And then it was Timora and Arctino making the sky and the ground so deadly for the opposing squad. Blue team now gonna go for the push. Arctino out in front, but doesn't get too much. A shatter there from Chiaki getting pushed around, gets taken down by Dumbledore. The red team meeting the opposing pharmacy into the archway, and Billy another snipe. Really, him staying on this Ana has been so effective so far. Timora with another takedown. Natsakashi getting grouped around. Oh, Yummy! Out of nowhere gets the charge there onto the Ana. Wants to go for the Mercy next. There's the DMEC now onto Nigo. And finally the Mercy falls. Shatter connecting, but Billy doesn't get connected on. But the iframe is there. Goodbye grenade there from the Ana. And the blue squad, a successful hold at the end. The blue team able to finish it out on a high note. A full hold here on spooky AF Hollywood.
0. Switching sides.
It just really goes to show. So my point a while ago earlier was Yummy went for the suicide charge, and you can't do that without a utility off tank. You need either the Zarya bubble or the Diva defense matrix to actually protect you in an instance like that, and he just got melted down so quickly, putting down the shield, getting taken down by the Zarya. And also, Yumi has been so clutch with that Zarya, trusting her team to get those kills even after she dies. She was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go back to the point, get the grab, puts it below the defense matrix from the Diva, and was able to witness a beautiful combo with the Rock Barrage and the Molten Core. I feel like Rock Barrage Molten Core is a combo that really gets rid of all your options. Cause for some players, right, you pop the Rock Barrage, you put the shield up on top if you're grabbed up, but then there's the Molten Core below you. So what do? You melt and die. It's overkill, yes, but it's beautiful as well, and I appreciate beauty like that. So for the blue team right now, just one tick to room the all, one tick to bind them. Real question is, can they make this count? As we do see, Billy still staying on this Ana, and this Ana has been a very, very potent counter to the Pharah Mercy from Dom and Vigilance. Been such a nuisance. But Nigo losing the turret already, has to wait a little bit to get the turret back up onto par. Yumi gonna be on that wrecking ball, just bowling on in, dealing with the Thorburn, cornering Nigo. But good shielding from Yumi, stepping out in front. Dom on the other hand gets taken down by Billy. Chiaki as well with the dive. The Diva gonna push onto the Mercy, and Vigilance gonna go for the super jump, but can the super jump actually keep him alive? Vigilance is flying around for the time being. Res there, J22 with a takedown on the Natsakashi. The Anas have been so potent this fight, but finally the old lady falls, and next will be the old man as Yummy cornered to the side of the point, just pulling up the shield, finally gets felled. The blue squad taking it. Grabe naman. Grabe naman. Grabe, grabe.
Play of the game.
Reinhardt getting play of the game there. I can't believe that's the play of the game. Gets the pin onto the Ana, and then gets the kill on the Mercy. I feel like that could have been a better play of the game, but Arctino's still on the Thorburn. And can someone finally counter out this Thorburn? That is the real question. Can the Sombra actually do something against the Thorburn? Because the turret just gets built pretty quickly. It's already level 2. So we'll see what the red team has in plans this time. As the red squad gonna be running the dive, Playboy out in front. There's a jump on in from Vigilance, and the Winston gonna go for a shock and no tactic. Ouija Hunter on the other hand gets rid of the McCree already, and the Ouija Hunter with 2 goes for the Widowmaker next. There's the deflect, and the Widowmaker takes himself out. So the Genji attack with the dive working out in their favor, even though the blue squad having a pretty decent lineup against this, they don't really have any tanks. So finally, Somi gonna switch over to the Zarya, Tamora on the Hanzo, and Yumi's still gonna stay on the Brig. The Brig is pretty potent, so we're gonna go for the Roadhog instead. This is very dangerous now for the blue team, because look at this, Luigi Hunter having free reign to get the Dragon Blade on out, but that was completely questionable on his part. Rain getting a shot, and the blue team now will have the chance to go on out. Yumi leading the charge, but gets a buy grenade for her trouble. Billy now getting taken down by Arctaniel, but the red squad still with the advantage. Thank you for the follow there, Volts 567 as Redux getting an orb onto the face of Arctaniel. The Zenyatta making some balls fly into the other side of Mecha Base. And the red team getting back to the point, the platform coming on up. Tamora up on top, gets a snipe on the Natsukashi, has to deal with his brother in his face, and even an angry monkey as Vigilance is staying ever wary. Rainy coming out of nowhere, gets a bio grenade but stays alive. Now wants to go for Billy, and the Deadeye is available. A rally coming out from the blue squad to keep everyone topped up and armored up. And look at how much HP and armor Arctaniel has. Molten Core now onto the point, spraying his lava everywhere right now. Rain with another takedown, and the Deadeye on point onto the Genji. Hello Yano, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice long ass name. Billy hopping at the last moment. That was Billy not knowing that he was there. Just reacting to Arctaniel, dodging the flashbang at the last moment. But still the blue squad in control of this, pushing with both the dragon and the turret. And the Torbjorn now getting some free hits again. This might be the age of the dwarves here. Maybe we'll see an elf character as well. Oh, that's Tracer. So is that the new meta? Lord of the Rings, Torbjorn, Tracer, and then 4 humans or something. The blue team now keeping the pressure onto the doorway. Somi out in front, close to the whole hog. And this is the perfect time to do so. But gets a flashbang in response, gets caught up again, and gets taken down. Natsukashi ready with the Deadeye, gonna push on in to the second floor. And trying to take the high ground advantage here. Looking for Rainy as well to get the McCree displaced. But here comes Yumi. Marching orders are in. Natsukashi is in for a treat and gets stunned up instead by the most balanced hero in the game. Arctaniel now with takedown on the Natsu. Self-destructs there. Sound barrier in response and gets absolutely nothing, but Somi gets brought forward by Vigilance and his Earth Shatter, putting 2 to the floor, but it's still not enough. The red team being beaten back after a flurry of damage there from the blue squad. Arctaniel now waiting for an opportunity to strike again, but looks like we have a sleeping Hanzo here for Tamora. And that pick up there from Bayu, but the blue team might need to keep an eye on their amped up usage. But the Molten Core here from Arctaniel, the red team still fighting into this, just being burnt up. The Transcendence keeping them topped up, but look at that, too much damage going the way of Vigilance. The Reinhardt literally melts in that fight. Somi with the pin, Natsukashi still survives thanks to the Brigitte of Billy for the Sleep Guard Traveler. But yeah, the red squad just stuck on to their side. A Dragon Blade there from Luigi Hunter, not getting much. Who's on the point? It's Playboy playing with everyone's heart and playing with the point. Raimi on the other hand pops the Deadeye, gets absolutely nothing after the defense matrix there, but now the focus fire onto the Diva will get the takedown. The red team now trying to get back onto the point, but Billy gets shot immediately by the arrow from Tamora. Tamora right now popping off, popping heads. Luigi Hunter now looking for some goals, but will get taken down instead by the mace to the face. The blue squad another set of kills, keeping the point in their possession, and will finish it 102-68. So kudos to the blue team. An effective defense with the Torbjorn. It really goes to show. I feel like when you fight the Torbjorn, Overwatch gets thrown on its head. You shouldn't really go at the same place, that kind of thing. I don't know. Like, if you see the lava there, just have to back on out and go somewhere else. Because trying to run past it doesn't really work too much. If you get left behind by a trance, you get left behind by a sound barrier, you're pretty much screwed. So the real question is, how do you counter a Molten Core in a situation like that? Or is it really what Molten Core is built for? I will kick you.
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
There you go. That is called being a forceful hand. But anyway, the blue team now, they still stay on this Torv, and Arctaniel gonna go to the left hand side. On the other hand, let's see if Luigi Hunter can play the Genji a little more efficiently this time. Having a few guessable Dragon Blades wasn't the best time for them. Somi though, Fire Strike, and even the pin on to Billy. The poor Ana getting squashed. The red team now forced back on out. Simora and Yubi with another 7 kills. And it's finally the blue team with the initial capture. Arctaniel gonna set up the turret up in front, and Somi will oblige with the shield. So a lot of teamwork going the way of the defense, really. They're just trying to set up with the Torb, trying to do as much damage as possible. And really, no one knows how to play against the new Torb properly yet. It's just that incision period, and Arctaniel showing his stuff mechanically with the gun. Redux though, shutting down the turret, gonna go to the left-hand side. Can the red team go get a flank kill here? It's Redux using the cover of the wood to get some pot shots onto Rainby. The McCree actually not knowing where this has come from. Finally, he gets spotted by Arctaniel. The rivets going on to the wood, honestly nailing it instead. Shatter now comes on out. Somi goes for the charge, brings along the Moira of Natsukashi for a ride, and the poor Moira being coalesced into the pole instead. Well, okay, that was a little awkward there. So we now into the sky. Playboy wants to go for this Reinhardt, but now the Junkrat all alone on the point, getting the capture, tossing some grenades here and there. Arctaniel gonna meet him in combat, and both of them blow each other up. Ouija Hunter now with a turret kill onto the turret, so a deflect, making it count there. And the Dragon Blade is available. So for the red squad, can they actually go for the attacks with this blade, or will Ouija Hunter be countered immediately? There's the shield bash already from Yumi. There's the sound barrier from Bayubat as well. So another ineffective blade from a Ouija Hunter. Can the Coalescence follow suit into a medium success instead? No, Somi and Timora with another 2 kills. Rainy still keeping the Deadeye in his sights. Gets absolutely nothing in this fight. And really, the red team has faltered so heavily, not really knowing how to play against the Torbjorn in a situation like this. Shocktower now coming on out, but even Junkenstein's Revenge can't save them from the revenge of the Dwarves, as the blue team now close to the end, 99%, and will finish Busan 2-0. Really, this Torbjorn, way too much. I don't think that Torbjorn is OP. It's just the boss make him really strong right now. Like, there's still like huge factors that make him a little weak. One, the turret is still a vital part of his kick to do some damage. Two, the gun, while the fire rate is increased, yes, it still has that period where it's not really the best. What the fuck? Why was that play? Deleting new accounts. If no one tells you who's in the group, it's just hard to figure everything out. But the red team now gonna push on to the right hand side again. We'll go with the payload, go with the flow, just follow the treasure and explore the spot. Now, an Orisa here from Astronaut is an interesting proposition. So what they want to do is set up the turret here for Fire Falcon, keep it topped up, but immediately it blows up already, and Fire Falcon gets a shutdown onto Arctaniel. The opposing Torbjorn playing way too aggressively and will get taken down. And this is gonna be a game of Torbs, to be honest, as Yumi dives on in, ready with the self-destruct, but gets shut down by Calamitous with a shot. And this is the perfect opportunity for Calam to show his stuff, because he's gonna go to the top part, try to slide around these shingles. This time he's messed it up, but now gonna go for a shot there onto the opposing Orisa. And Bayubat still staying on to this front line, keeping the pressure on. A nano boost given to Bayubat, but the turret, look at that, doing so much damage up on top. The barrier is into place, and finally Bayubat with the shutdown. The payload now moving along, passing the shanties already. Fire Falcon wanting to set up again. We have a Valkyrie now from Somi. Gets a stun, gets taken down. Aster with a good hook and a kill. Here's a self-destruct now from the blue side, and Yumi gets a takedown onto the Torb. The barrier there from Astronaut not in the perfect spot because it was faced forward in the first place. So eventually, the red team faltering in that one with a huge bomb there from Yumi, putting it to the corner where the Orisa wasn't set up on, and at the same time counting the cooldown there from the Orisa, as Bayubat just used Bayubat and Astronaut just used theirs. For the red squad, they do have another opportunity here on Junkertown, because here comes, is game full? Yeah, game is probably full. Here comes the Widowmaker, getting some sightlines, gets rid of Emon first. Calamitous now just zipping around again. Here comes the rest now from Somi. The blue squad still seeping into this as Rainby getting the Storm Arrows Pride. Here comes the Molten Core from Fire Falcon. A lot of kills going the way of the red team. Yumi getting the Nano Boost, finally getting D-Mech, and gets headshot instead by Calamitous. So the team kill goes their way. Just very, very messy action. And with the Molten Core, it has actually, I feel like it has changed the game even for spectators, because the Molten Core has removed staying in place, staying in a certain formation, to throwing it completely out the window and just scattering everyone like chickens. So I don't know how this will actually help the game, as Karemi now gets headshotted there by Calamitous. A Resurrect coming on out, Somi dropping on down, using the limits of the Resurrect to allow it to actually still connect. But Raimi now dying again. Here comes the Infrasight here, and it's gonna be Arctania out in front. The Widowmaker overextending in that fight. Overload is there, Molten Core is there as well. Fire Falcon getting shut down. The payload just burning up this time. Here comes Yumi inside, but no, the turret will be able to get the takedown. And the baby diva here of Yumi going for some shots already. A Valkyrie from Somi as well. And the pistols are coming abound here from the blue squad. Chasing after Astronaut right now. Looks like he wants to go to Major Tom. Gonna go into the bar instead, but will get D-Mech. The baby diva now losing her life. And still, the blue squad with a successful hold here by the bottom part of Junkertown. The real question is, how long can they keep this up? Because the red team has been capitalizing on these picks from Calamitous. It all depends on the barrier and tank play here from the blue team. Lam is now up on top. J22 getting the damage boost there as well. Somi though running around. There's a self-destruct now from Astronaut! What, Yumi? Oh! What, dude? What the heck? Double self-destructs. And we completely missed it. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate there. Class shield coming. What exactly happened there? All we saw was the baby diva get back into the mech. Both divas just tossing it out. Astronaut getting 4, and finally the red team gonna go for the push. Look at that easies right there. I mean, yeah. The Torbjorn has made spectating a little harder, to be honest. Arctina now hunting around. It's like you don't know how to focus down on the Torbjorn because the Molten Core and then the self-destruct now. Just scattering everyone to the wind. The red squad and the blue squad though. This is a very, very messy fight, to be honest. And Renmi now with the Deadeye onto the payload, gets hooked up and gets taken down. Aster gonna pop the full hug, push onto the resurrecting Emin. But for the red team, this will just give them the space they need to allow the Widowmaker to get these shots. So another successful kill here for the red squad. Here comes Aster down below. But the real question is, can the red team get a pick here? Just taking control of the big health pack might go in their favor. Aster now getting a bio grenade to his name. And the payload closing into the end already. A self-destruct this time from Astronaut and gets a takedown onto Bayu, but the Orisa struggling with those long-range, high-level Diva bombs up on top. Yumi getting D-Mech as well. Doesn't have a self-destruct this time. And gonna go for the pistol play onto Astronaut instead. But J22 with the Valkyrie gonna push on to the left-hand side. Can the red team actually make it to the end without any more contesting? Somi using the Valkyrie to fly around. Bayu but has switched over to the Winston instead. Calamda still with the crossfire and going for a shot or two. Somi with a takedown onto J22. There's the self-destruct now from the Diva. Gets a kill onto the turret. But Fire Falcon staying alive, but not for long because Ravi gonna push with the Seismic Slam. Does get to pushing away Astronaut as well. Getting the D-Mech. No stagger though for the blue team. And the red squad having a minute left to work with. Wind bombs there. That was a nuclear timing there from the blue team. As Rainy now the drop one down. Trying to get to the left-hand side. And with the blue squad formation, they really are gonna go for the backline here. They're getting in place to go for either the Ana or the Widowmaker, but Aster has other plans. Gets the hook onto the Diva, getting the D-Mech, pops a full hog as well. Fire Falcon on the other hand onto the right-hand side, wants to set up a new turret. But here's the Infrasight here from Calamitous. Gonna hop up on top. Will be the first target. Yes, Emin getting a headshot there. A primal rage though from Bayu, but to just engulf them in their face. A self-destruct this time gets absolutely nothing. Here come some more punches from Bayu, but and we do see Fire Falcon to the corner. Almost gets taken down. There's the kill. Astronaut now gonna chime on in with the micro missiles, still staying on to the payload, and Bayubot almost leaves it to get a C9. Look at this Astronaut just dancing around. The Winston still onto this. Aster out in front. The barrier is in play again. And an Nana boost onto Bayubot, getting a squish onto J22. Archdaniel with the Molten Core to the back line, and Astronaut has to fly up in front. But here's the Meteor Strike now connecting onto the Diva mech, gets a punch onto the Baby Diva as well. And can the Root Squad actually make it? Farfah and popping the overload at the last moment, but no, the Molten Core doesn't even do much. A smidge of lava and a smidge of blood there makes a good recipe of a perfect defense.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
Very confusing Junkertown game, to say the least. Both Torbjorns causing a lot of distress to everyone involved in the games. But Calamitous just popping them heads as well. Really, Calamitous a linchpin of an offensive like that, getting those picks. And on the other hand, the Red Squad finding a reprieve by winning out the bomb war in between Astronaut and Yumi, getting that second checkpoint. But eventually, their snowball push did stop at a cliff, with the blue team getting back onto the end, just using the Winston and Diva to their full advantage. So it was really good to see a successful dive there at the end. Even though their initial plan to dive the snipers didn't work, they still made it count. They still finished it up. So for the blue squad, that the dive switch for defense did become pretty effective. I felt like Bayubot had that moment where he realized that the Orisa wasn't working, because he just got bombed again and again and again, which was kind of unfortunate. So the Winston keeping him alive instead.
Your support has arrived.
For now though, the Orisa Roadhog combination from Bayubot and Yumi. Archdaniel gonna be on the Torb as well, already putting up a turret. We'll go for some shots onto anyone unwise to cross paths with it. The Halt is there and the shield is into play. Calamitous forced to back as the blue squad already knew that he was in that corner in the first place. Rainwy going back into spawn after getting tagged there by Callum, wants to go for the Ana, but Aster just gonna toss out the Buy Grenade instead. Attack there onto the Ana, and here comes Astronaut diving on in, but the spawn point keeping them alive. And now Astronaut in a bad spot. Yumi missing the hook. Calamitous with the kill now onto Archdaniel. Wants to go for the Roadhog next, gonna hop one out with the grappling hook, and Somi rezzing Archdaniel as well. So the Torbjorn back into full fighting force. Here comes the turret. No, Yumi shuts this down with the Hanzo. And the Red Squad still piling on the pressure for the time being. Archdaniel now with a takedown onto Aster. Make that a kill onto J22 as well. Here comes Archdaniel now with a push on in. Calamitous out in the front lines. And Calamitous is playing these extremely risky situations where he's gonna push with the, what do you call this? With the grappling hook. He's gonna come out with the grappling hook when he's overextended himself, and just try to make a headshot play or two. But it has backfired on more than one occasion. So for the red team, they now have to wait till the end. They have to get into the payload contention area with a full squad. Yumi now popping the Dragon Strike. The red squad, oh, the blue squad leaves it, but the payload contest is way too late from the red team. Yumi now gonna get the nano boost, and that was really questionable there from Farfalcon. Could have dropped one down instead to lead the charge. Here's the hook onto J22. Does get the rest onto Yumi, but the whole hog now to the face. Farfalcon has to drop the shield. Defense matrix in check from Astronaut, and good timing there to get back into the fight. Shatter now comes on out from Farfalcon. Somi does get two, but the red squad tax just whittling down the opposing squad in close quarters. This is gonna be the blue team now. Gonna go for the push again. Astronaut getting D-Mech as well, and Bayubot just holding his ground, whittling down the poor baby Diva with the fusion cannon. Blue squad right now still keeping this up with push. Calamitous out in front again. Infrasight is available. Raimi has the back on out. But here's the Infrasight right now. So the blue squad is spotted by Calamitous. They will respond by putting up their defenses with the Molten Core and the turret. Yumi gets two with the Dragon Strike. Astronaut with the kill onto Bayubot as well. And Nana boost onto Farfalcon to commit with the charge. The red squad using a multitude of ultimates to beat back the oncoming blue team. For now, the red team here able to stay up into this fight. Astronaut going for a very questionable 1v1 against the Doomfist, but Rainby not backing out in time, committing with the rocket punch. Instead, it does pay the price for it. So for the red team, they will need to defend here to have a successful hold on the second checkpoint. They're gonna move up on top with Fire Falcon down below. Interesting that the Reinhardt is down below instead of above as well. So no real shielding from them. Still Aster with a snipe on to Somi. Earth Shatter now is available. The blue team gonna go for the push underneath. Astronaut gonna dive on in really low. And here's the Meteor Strike now from Rainweed. Gonna drop on down to maybe the Mercy, maybe the Widowmaker. Gets a stun there now. Calamitous hopping on out. J22 just jumping around for the time being. You see the Widowmaker though, looking for another trick shot or two. But it hasn't been working out in their favor. Fire Falcon now gonna commit the Earth Shatter, connecting onto the Torbjorn turret. And what? What? Did you just... The Torbjorn turret can get stunned by Earth Shatter. TIL. Rainby and Arctangel now with some more kills, and that's an easy second checkpoint. Congratulations there to the blue team, and they're gonna commit with this push. Still the Torbjorn. Honestly unstoppable. Honestly unstoppable, to say the least. For the red team, they will have to switch things up. Astronaut gonna be on to the Reaper this time. Calamitous though, there's another headshot there on to Nixer. Somi. Arctangel out into the backline. And this is a really a situation where when you're gonna play a Torbjorn like this, you really need to have free reign to do so. Because if you decide to drop on down in the middle of the opposing squad, you might get focused down by a more coordinated team. Astronaut gonna pop the raid form, get rid of the turret, staying alive. Fire Falcon on the other hand, bringing Somi along for a ride. Sleep Dart connecting, Rock Punch is there as well. And now the Bullier gets bullied instead. Here comes the Meteor Strike now from Rain. He's gonna drop into the backline. Yummy though, still having the iframe from the res. And the Shadow Step to keep Astronaut alive. But still a hail of bullets here from the blue squad. Yumi trying to keep the push alive. Arctangel on the other hand in the backline, putting the Molten Core onto the final checkpoint. And I feel like this is a little unnecessary, and he's gonna get taken down instead, paying for it with his life. Somi gonna get the Nano Valkyrie and whipping out the pistol. Here's the Grandmaster play that we know and love. Astronaut getting a lot of headshots there. Now has to deal with Calamitous using the Valkyrie's free movement to allow him to get the DPS Mercy into play. Somi even getting rid of Calam again. And the blue team now close to the end. Yummy whipping out the Storm Arrows. Here's the Shatter now, putting Yumi to the floor. Fire Falcon, Fire Strike is there. Astronaut gonna dive on in as well with J22 into the Lucio, enabling the Reaper to get close enough to get rid of the Roadhog. So the red squad has to defend for 2 minutes and 13 remaining. So have committed with the Lucio instead to enable the Reaper, but at the cost on maybe being isolated too far from the two snipers. It really depends on how Calam and Yummy are gonna play this. Because the red squad right now having a triple sniper loadout. 2 minutes remaining. Raimi just having to deal with Calam. There's the headshot. Somi gonna go for the res, and the Reaper honestly didn't know what to do. Here's the dive on in from Bayou, but Calamitous and J22. Good peel play here from the Lucio, staying with the Widowmaker. Knows who the fulcrum of their attack is gonna be on in the first place. Now some shots connecting the Rainy, going for a takedown onto Aster. Here comes Fire Falcon with the charge. We're gonna go for some melees onto the Reinhardt in this one. Blue squad now close to the end. Astronaut up on top, wants to go for the ballet twirl. Gonna be his recital here, and he's gonna make it rain onto 2. Next will be the Roadhog, but it's gonna be a counterplay from both the Roadhog and the Reaper of the blue squad. Here comes the Winston of Bayou, but getting into play. And Anubis on to Astronaut, gonna launch him into the sky, and a lot of damage there being tossed out by Yumi. Shatter now connecting, gets absolutely nothing, but does get 2 in the process. And a minute remaining here for the blue team. It looks like they're faltering in this one. They might need to change things up. Arctangel though close to being able to set up again. Gonna put up the turret first. Gonna pop the overload as well to do some damage from afar. But this is the blue team now running out of options because they only have 2 ultimates here. Can they make it count with Death Blossom and the Molten Core? On the other hand, Yummy already getting the first frag there on the Bayubat. Blue team now trying to regroup again. Bayubat now gonna go to the right-hand side, just rotating around. And Ravi gets caught out with the Shadow Step. Unfortunate play there. Arcane now gonna pop the Molded Core onto the point. Will pop the Sound Barrier in response from J22. There's the Bio Grenade now from Aster to get the Valkyrie. And Arcane now with another kill. This is gonna be the Torpor trying to do some damage, but Astronaut will give him a face full of lead instead. Somi just flying around with the Valkyrie, whipping out the pistol at the last moment to try and deal with Fire Falcon. But the Hammer of Justice will prevail. The last survivor here will be the real Emon, but he's gonna be really dead instead. Raven with the last chance, gonna pop the Death Blossom, but immediately gets shut down instead. So the Red Squad at the end. Oh, Yumi getting to blink at the last moment, but the Red Squad at the end still defending and win the map 3-2. That was a very, very close game, to say the least. That was a game. Play of the game going to Astronaut. Dude, finally. I want to see this.
Nerf this.
Got 4 kills and then Yumi getting 3 in response. Damn. Astronaut right now. Reinhardt, D-Boy on the Moira, and Astronaut gonna finish it off with the Genji. And Astronaut right now waiting for an opportunity to strike. Staying with the bells right now, but who will actually ring the bell here? Fire Falcon with the charge and the Bio Grenade there connecting. Astronaut on the other hand getting rid of Yummy, and the backline Genji doing some damage. Here goes the turnaround from the Red Squad, but the Red team now gonna push on in instead, ignoring the Genji. They do get these kills, so the Blue Squad's initial strategy of just fighting at the start doesn't really pan out for them well. Some pressure now being applied to both Astronaut and Ouija Hunter. Interesting to note though that the Ouija Hunter crosses instead of going for the Zarya. That was an interesting play to say the least from Ouija Hunter. And J22 finally getting enough right clicks to get the takedown onto the Astronaut. The Zarya now out in front. Here comes Blade, keeping the barrier alive. Calamitous gonna go for the flank on the left-hand side, and D-Boy just standing there will get taken down. So yeah, I guess the blue team right now just struggling a little in their composition. Hopefully D-Boy is okay as well, but the red team now making sure that this is gonna be a checkpoint to take. Yeah, I think something happened to D-Boy because he's just AFK right now, and the blue squad just struggling pretty heavily to try and deal with this. Astronaut now gonna back on out. Calamitous gonna go for the combo again, and there's another takedown. Still the Moira just standing still. D-Boy. Are you okay? Are you okay? There you go. So here comes the contest now, and Biorb, and it's gonna be very dangerous here for the Moira. Just hopping around, kinda really confusing here from the blue squad. The Gravity Surge now comes on out from J22. J22 Calamitous with another set of kills. Vital forced on back. Calamitous with a takedown onto another one. I feel like the blue team need to coordinate with what they're planning to do in the first place. Because the red squad has had their number completely. They even went for the super forward play here. Calamitous and J22 just waiting for the spawns to come out. There's the hook on now. Calamitous has to hop on out. Here's the side exam to the right hand side, and Vital does get the kill. The payload now reaching the second checkpoint. Vital now with another set of kills. This time it goes on to J22. Ready with attack visor well. Aster missing the sleep guard. And this barrage here from the soldier gets shut down by Redux. The McCree getting into a position to strike. Here comes both Luigi Hunter and Playboy to put Redux and Aster to the corner. So the blue squad now trying to get in position again. Luigi Hunter with 3. Can be a meter strike though from Calamitous into the middle line. But doesn't get too much besides the Lucio. So the blue squad having to force the red team to back on out after the gate closes. Here's a side 6 now, Blade being bounced around. Astronaut though out in front, just tanking up as much as he can with his big frame. But look at the ultimates here for the red squad. They can pop the Transcendence first, and they do so. An offensive chance here for the red squad to push on in. Calamitous getting a combo again on the Vital. D-Boy having to back on out, but Blade still will get punched up and get taken down. Yummy on the other hand with the kill onto the Moira. Redux with the Deadeye as well. The red team right now onto the right hand side wants to go for Ouija Hunter. The Tracer gonna go for the recall, but Calamitous with another takedown. So for the red team, they're close to the end already. Can the blue squad even get outside? That is the real question. Can they coordinate enough? They have the sound barrier available. Okay, will they pop it here? Sound barrier now is into play. Gravity Surge is there as well. Redux does get 2 kills. Here's the shatter from the blue team. Blade just slicing across, but it's not gonna be enough. Playboy humping around. Ouija Hunter with a kill onto Yummy. Post bomb is available, tossing it onto the floor. There's the shatter right now, completely whiffed, but the red squad still finish the map. That was kind of messy, my friends.
Score 0 to 3. Switching sides.
It's the red team finishing at 4:07 on the time bank. Will the blue team switch things up? That is the real question. I feel like the roles might need to be switched a little. Ouija Hunter did pop off on the Tracer, so keeping him on the DPS would be best for them. On the other hand, I feel like all the other roles can just be at the toss-up right now. The astronaut gonna be on a support maybe? I don't know. The red team really just showing that they're well coordinated and they can decide to go on these different roles. So Yummy playing the Zenyatta pretty well. J22 playing the Zarya to a good degree as well. And just, you know, keeping Fire Falcon on that main tank, keeping him comfortable as well. Calamitous on the other hand, just going for the Fists of Fury and Redux on McCree. It really went to show that the red team knew how to coordinate well, how to push very, very far into the opposing side, not wasting any time. Not wasting any time at all to just chill out, keeping the pressure on, and yeah, a good job all around from them. But for the blue team, we will see Blade on the Reinhardt again. D-Boy gonna be on the Brig, and that's it. That's it. So a Brigitte and a Soldier for the blue team might not be the best time. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty bad spot for them because already Calamitous does get a kill onto one. Playboy caught out immediately. The blue team gonna go for the push. Fire Falcon and Blade meeting each other. There'll be some size exams there as well. Astronaut and Vital now turning things around with 2 more picks. But can the Widowmaker actually get another headshot here? Spots out Redux, spots out the Ana as well. Sleep Dart flying across the sky. And Aster in a bad spot. Forced to use Fire Grenade. In the meantime, Hero and Aster healing up Fire Falcon as much as he can. Redux getting rid of the Tracer for the time being. The red team now gonna go for the push, gonna duel between the 2 Reinhardts. There's the Fire Shack, there's the Fire Grenade as well. Redux now with another picking off, this time onto Ouija Hunter, gets the Panda Hammer on the backline. Here comes the red team right now, gonna go for the push, and here's the combination from Calamitous. So for the red team, complete control right now. This has been completely ineffective for them, and Blade gonna bite the bullet and switch on over to the Mercy. So we'll see if anyone will actually play the tank now. Because Astronaut was doing pretty good on the tank a while ago on Junkertown. But this time, it looks like these guys just wanting to play their own game. And in a situation like this, in a situation like Pugs, it's kind of hard to coordinate a team in the first place. But then, if you play way too selfishly, it's gonna be a pretty hard time for y'all. On the other hand, the red team just segregating their roles and showing their stuff. Just pushing all the way to their spawn in a very easy spawn cap right here. Because the red team has protectors, the red team has disruptors, the red team has damage dealers and enablers. The red team has a constant source of healing. On the other hand, the blue squad is just, hopefully we get the pick with the more damage that we do. D-Boy will even struggle to get close in the first place. There's the Meteor Strike now from Calamitous. And this is an absolute slaughter, to be honest. Vital though does get a pick up onto one, and this is the best thing that they can do. Staying on the Widow right now is honestly the best thing they can do. The only thing they can do better is go for a Sombra play and go to the back line, cause some chaos. Because if they really want to do the 1v1s, that's the best spot to do. So Aster dodging the entry frag there from Vital. Gonna be a duel between the Ana and the Widowmaker, and finally Aster gets shot up in the head. So the blue team having a opportunity to strike Vital, gonna rotate on in. Yummy is the next target, and this is what Vital is doing. He's just trying to get rid of all the supports for the time being. J22 and Calamitous with 2. Blade getting uppercutted as well. Playboy right now hopping around. Riptire is available, but he will still fall. So another win condition here for the blue squad is into play, because they do have the Riptide available. So if Playboy uses it now and gets a pick, the blue squad might be able to come on out. Yummy though gonna pop the Transcendence, and for the red team, they're trying to keep on keeping on. Luigi Hunter getting another fist, this time on to Yummy. He is the Meteor Strike right now. Calamitous looking for a target or two, and Playboy with a pick off on to Redux. So finally an opening here for the blue team, but it looks like it's slowly dwindling immediately as J22 gets another set of kills onto D-Boy, onto Luigi Hunter as well. There's the grappling surge right now. The red squad keeping the blue team still inside their spawn. And the payload has barely moved, 35 meters so far. Astronaut now pushing along with the trucking along. There's the Dead right now, going for Calamitous, gets rid of the Doomfist. J22 getting the nano boost as well, and 10 seconds remaining. Blue squad right now is trying to keep this up. Redux and J22 now with another set of kills. Flashbangs are being traded. Playboy having to back on out. Fighto with a takedown onto one, but gets met by Aster instead. Here comes Fire Falcon marching on in. Diana having to back on out with J22 as well. And the Zarya close to a full bar of energy. The Shatter there with by Fire Falcon has to deal now with the Doomfist into play. Calamitous gonna dive on in, gets the punch onto each other. Aster there with the assist as well. Can the red squad now finish this here? Because it's gonna be Calamitous getting into position onto the second floor. Playboy meets him with a good custom mine. Blade though holding on to the Shatter in this 5 DPS comp. How long can this go? Blade now in a bad spot, getting whittled down by the Zarya. It can't even pop the Shatter. 3 more kills going the way of the red team, and Playboy running out of time and life. That was nah, that's a comp. That was sad, honestly, guys. Like,
Play of the game.
X. Even I have to say X right now. Like, I don't know what to say, honestly. You know, selflessness is a part of Overwatch in the first place. So, if you guys are gonna play 5 DPS, you guys are gonna join again ever. Like, you really have to work together with the people you get grouped up in the first place. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, let's go on to Eichenwalde. Spooky Eichenwalde here. And Fire Falcon as well as the Raze are gonna meet each other. The 2 tanks gonna go for a duel, and finally we get a little proper composition here from both sides. Calamitous getting the punch there onto Fire Falcon, gonna go for a flank onto the top part again, and Eman and Timora working together this time, getting a bubble from Chiaki as well. So this is gonna be a heavy pocket onto the Pharah. The blue team now coordinating with their 2 supports as well as their off tank with this Pharah play. Aster on the other hand needs a little healing, so we'll see if the blue squad are gonna back off. No. Calamitous getting charged up and getting taken down. So for the red team, they have made an opening. Calamitous being gone from the fight means they don't need to watch for the flanks for the next 5 or so seconds. But if the Gilfist does get back, he's gonna be flying, soaring through the sky instead. Redux now will shut down onto Timora. Free res though onto Timora from Real Eman, and by Ubot getting Yummy back into the fight again. Here comes Calamitous right now with the roll up. 125 energy bouncing onto Fire Falcon, and as I was saying, Natsukashi meeting him as well. So the 2 Doomfists going for the fist at each other, but Natsu has to back on up. The red team though still having the advantage, gonna try and press it. Calamitous though having other plans. Meteor Strike is popped. He has 300 HP and a dream. The Meteor Strike doing 300 damage onto Yummy and Natsukashi. For the blue team now, gonna meet each other on the left hand side. Size for Sam connecting. Calamitous gonna back on out. J22 and Fire Falcon keeping everyone alive, however. And this is gonna be the red team now. Gonna push to the right hand side. Calamitous gonna drop on down, and there's a combo onto Bayubot. On the other hand, the red team, Fire Falcon taking it out. Graviton Surge from Chiaki. The red squad caught into 3. A good play there from Chiaki coming out from the top part. Just surprising the red team in that one. So for the blue squad, they have a good rotation here. Just using the second floor to their advantage. First, it was the Doomfist. Then it was the Pharah. And then it was the Zarya. So the blue team having all these options to cycle around, and they're keeping the defense at most here, with Cyreza just pushing forward. So for the red squad, they might be able to change things up if they go for a flank or if they get a combo on that. Natsukashi though really needs to get a pick. The Doof is gonna go for the charge, moves inside Razor to the side. Meteor Strike right now, deciding not to go against the Graviton Surge. Instead, wants to go for Aster. The Ana staying alive, meets the Doof in his face, and there's the take from Bayubat on the other hand, running out the Valkyrie, and the red team getting the kills that they need. Emondo bringing Chiaki back into the fight, but this time he doesn't have a lot of energy. Redux being trapped though, and there's the takedown. Even with 10 energy, he gets the kill. Chiaki now really low. Calamitous on the other hand, being a one-man army, finds Bayu but gives him the nail gun fisting. And the blue team right now still staying on to this. J22 being booped around again and again and again. Staying alive, however, by a sliver of HP, even gets rid of Calamitous. So for the red team, they have gotten 2 ticks. Timora though, Barrage out of nowhere, dropping on down into the middle line. That was a little bit of the red team's fault for not noticing that the Far was gonna drop into the middle. They saw him already, and Redux taking a nap, sleeping, dreaming of a better success here on Eichenwalde, but will instead get blown up by Timora. So the Far right now just flying around up on top instead. On the other hand, the red team gonna go for the push again. There's the fire strike now from Cyrezra. And half a minute remaining for the red team to actually finish. But Timora getting a pick onto Natsukashi there, but Yubot will fall again. Timora with 3, make that 4. Solid plays from the blue team. Redux has to go for the combat roll, trying to deal with the Pharah, and there's the shutdown. But Redux gets blown up instead by Chiaki. Can the red team actually make it back outside? J22 just jumping around, needs to get the med pack, will not be denied that healing. But can they make it to the point? No, they can't. No, they can't. The biggest strength of the blue team right now is they have this rotation between Pharah, the Zarya, and the Doomfist. And if one of them falls, the other 2 can easily whittle down the damaged opponents. So what you usually commonly see is that Timora is the one who gets focused first, because at the same time, Timora is being pocketed by the Mercy, by the Ana, as well as the Zarya. So they focus down Timora enough to pop the barrier. Yes, they get the kill eventually, but they already get damaged enough by the rockets. And then that's when Chiaki comes on in. Chiaki, with a lot of energy, gets the takedowns. Calamitous as well, doing his own thing, just disrupting, gaining the kills, and knowing exactly how to do the Eichenwalde shuffle. Oh, and kudos there to the blue squad. In that defense, really using the map to their advantage. For the red team, however, this is gonna be a little different, to say the least. So for the red team, what they need to do, I'm just trying to figure out how Junkenstein this map is. There you go. It's like really just copy paste, except you got rid of a few walls and shit. But anyway, for the red team now, they're gonna be on that defense. What they struggle in really is just map awareness. Pakinis maputi siya, bakit ganun? What the fuck? What does that mean? But yeah, the red team not noticing these small things, like especially Timora dropping on down into the middle. It was a little unfortunate there. And now the blue team having to get a tick and 99% of the second tick, so almost 2 ticks. And we'll see a duel into the sky. Natsukashi already getting a first rocket, and Timora just showing his stuff really on how much prowess he has on launching these rockets. Chiaki and Calamitous now doing the work on the ground. Redux does get a shutdown on Timora, but still, this is the same old problem. Shutting down Timora doesn't mean you're out of the fight yet, because Chiaki is there, getting the right click, bullying both the McCree and the Ana. And Yummy, this taking down Timora. Cyrezra with the final kill on the Redux. Here comes a Wrecking Ball now from J22. He's being booked around. There's the shield pop, and there's gonna be round and round and round and round and round he goes. Calamitous lining it up, gets the punch. Bio grenade on point there from Master. The first tick now has been taken. The red team has one more chance to get to it, but no, it's too late. Eichenwalde goes the way of the blue team. Round and round and round and round and round.
Play of the game.
Play of the game does go to Timora. Left click, left click, left click, left click, left click. GG, thank you, thank you. 7 high energy. Form. Why doesn't it load properly?
3, 2, 1.
Give me a sec.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
New team looking for the best players in the PH. About 1,000 pesos each. Dude, I want 1k. I want 1k. What is this application stuff? But anyway, maybe we'll see some applicants here from either the blue or the red team as we see the Timora Bayubot Pharmacy versus the Dumbledore Vigilance one. And Redux does get the first pick off on the Calamitous already. And Redux now gonna push on in onto Closure. The Winston having to hop on out. The red team very scattered in this one. And Dinks caught out in the open, gets a clip there from Redux. The blue team now going for the capture and will take it quite handily. So for the blue team, here we go again with a similar strategy. Timora and Chiaki are the crux of this offensive. On the other hand, for the red squad, they're gonna be running the McCree, Doomfist, as well as the Farm Mercy. So they're gonna only have one tank, and they will have to deal with the Brigitte here for Master. So a lot of disadvantages here for the red team right now. They need to get a pick as soon as possible with either the Farm Mercy or the Doomfist. So it does rest in the shoulders of Calamitous. Emma now really low, getting blown up by Timora. And interesting though that Calamitous is struggling to even deal with Redux in the first place. He just danced around him, Timora soaring through the sky, getting the team kill. Team right now in a pretty good spot so far. Like, they have full control of this, they have ult economy as well. Dinks now switching over to the Tracer. This might be a little dangerous because he sees the Brigitte onto the opposite side, goes for the Zarya instead. And for now, the red team will try to turn things around with a measure of ultimates from the Reinhardt and the Zarya. Redux though getting a pick on the Vigilance, sticking the pulse bomb onto the Mercy. Here's the rally now, and the blue squad is going to push on in all the way to the spawn. A very dominant performance from the blue squad so far. There's the Nano Boost, there's even a Shatter, and even a Graviton Surge onto the two tanks. Closure stuck between two cars. Unfortunate for them, but happily the blue squad will be able to get another win. Calamitous now gonna fall into the hole, forced to pop the Meteor Strike to stay alive, and we'll go to the point. It is actually pretty smart, forcing the blue team to back on out. Dumbledore can get any stragglers or two. Vigilance gonna go for the Guardian Angel. Calamitous now really low, will get taken down by Redux, and I guess the fact that Calamitous, what's happening with Calamitous? They're struggling so hard against Redux tomorrow though with the Rocket Barrage. Dinks will be able to get the takedown. Calamitous now switching over to the Pharah, Dom on to the Tracer, but this is gonna be the blue squad in heavy control. 102-0, no, not yet. Overtime has been popped. Who is on the point? It's Vigilance popping the Valkyrie to get onto it. Here comes the Reza and Chiaki now stepping on. Will meet the Mercy, blue and the red team looking for each other. Oh, the runway by Sareza does get Vigilance. Chiaki will be able to get a takedown. Dumbledore on the other hand falls on the point. Closure hopping around, will get taken down. Here's the Graviton Surge now from the side of the blue squad. Dinks so far away from his ult. This is the red team losing this out already. Like, for the red team, it was an absolute struggle in the first place. Like, if the red squad had this system where they decided the roles earlier, they would have a better engagement. And they already knew what the blue team would more or less run. A Zarya, Pharah with a Mercy, the crux of their offense. So they can just plan accordingly. Maybe a Sombra would be really good right now. But instead, Calamitous and Vigilance are gonna be put up to task to try and deal with the opposite flyers. For the red team right now, gonna try and group on up again. We'll try to do a completely different approach here on University. As now Calamitous causing some shots on out. Timora on the other hand has flown to the left hand side, spots the Mercy, spots the Sphara. Calamitous being chased around, but this does put Bayubot in a pretty bad spot. Timora does get two direct hits there onto Calam, and this Sphara more or less unstoppable in these phases. Vigilance dies as well. So Timora right now having free reign again and again and again. This just looks like one of these games where Timora is gonna absolutely dominate from the sky. Redux as well with just putting some pressure. Chiaki being brought along for the ride. Here comes Calam right now. He's probably gonna fall there really quickly. And no, seriously, if you want to stop this, play the Sombra. Apugando las luces. Apugando no hablas español. You need a Sombra. You need someone to shut down the Zarya as well. And then you have to deal with the Tracer. You have to deal with the you have to deal with the Ryan. And Bayuba just flying around, of course. I don't know, the Mercy just flies around, that's what she does. Dumbledore right now, gonna go for the point. Pulse bomb connecting onto Cereza. Another good bubble there from Chiaki. And he has a lot of energy to work with, but doesn't have too much health. Needs to get healed up by Aster. Vigilance does get caught on out, and another kill from Timora. A nano boost again. And here we go, for the 100th time. We see the same old. A rocket barrage from Timora. This guy absolutely unstoppable, honestly, on the Pharah. I almost called Pharah Timora. Thanks. That was it really goes to show how strong Timora is on the Pharah itself, and even after the nerfs, not even nerfs, the adjustments, been pretty successful so far. Timora. Do the new rockets feel, by the way? Forgot, I should have asked. Right now, gonna fly up into the sky. Calamity all the way up on top. There's the Shatter right now, putting the two Reinhardts to the floor. Closure and Cereza going for some spill. The Graviton Surge is there as well. Nano boost onto Calam, but the Blue Pharah, another takedown there. This is really just one of the situations where one of the team members do shine, but the Blue Squad really a well-known machine. Cereza keeping control of the ground. Chiaki bubbles all on point. Bayubot is falling around. Aster with the heals. Redux with the flanks. And stay on Redux right now. He's hiding on the right hand side. Looking for an opportunity to strike. Calamus does get a kill onto Aster. Redux now dives on it from the left hand side. Chiaki to the floor. Closure gets the pin. But can anyone from the red team get back into this? No, thanks. Or then Vigilance already giving up. So yeah. Okay. That was too quick.
Play of the game.
It's a little bit easier to hit the rocket direct hits now. Yeah, that's what I see. Like the speed of it. They're way too much. There you go.
Justice reigns from above.
That's all I have to say. Ooh. That's new and up. Actually curious about this. What's this? New haircut. Yeah, dude. Like hair long hair, it's too long. Dumb! Before the blue team, yeah, down one person. Never mind, Dom finally picking dodge. Is this the legendary dodge this on the Pharah, flying around into the sky, having to deal with Timora, and gets the hit onto Timora. Dodge this right now, just dodging those rockets this time, having to deal with Aster as well. Ticino on the other hand, staying on the Tor burning gets rid of Fire Falcon. Timora ends up blowing himself up. And on the other hand, Bayuba going for the reds. Dumbledore on the other hand, gonna hop up on top. Will go for some shots to Cena and Timora. Finally, the TNT connection there, making it count. Aster with the final kill. And with the blue squad, they made it count. Even after Timora was focused heavily for the red team, it was just an opportunity for Cena to get some free shots. And Bayuba is going for the heals as well. Pretty solid works for them so far. On the other hand, the blue team getting into position again. Here comes Dodges now into the sky, going for some shots. There's a takedown onto the turret, but this is the blue squad, so keeping in control of this. But you're now gonna go for the res. There's the pulse bomb, and gets absolutely running as Redux will get that takedown there. DNX with the kill onto Timora as well, staying on the McCree. And a triple TP is coming out here for the red team. They're gonna try to go for the superior damage in favor of the utility, in favor of protection, and this is gonna blow up in their face as Tocino and Dumbledore with 7 kills. Very questionable tap visor in the end. We'll get rid of closure, yes, but Dumbledore didn't really need to do that in the first place. The blue team right now, they do have the Molten Core ready to work with, as well as the Rocket Barrage and the Valkyrie. On the other hand, for the red team, the Earth Shatter is available. Firefly can now gonna march on in to the right hand side. In the red team, actually with discount, fire strikes are tossed out by both Chiaki now. Looking at an opportunity to strike. There's the fire grenade. Redux having to back one out. Timora right now really low. And there's the Rocket Barrage. Timora gets a shutdown, but Dodge does get 2. Now closure. Gonna pop the Valkyrie. Dude, Valkyrie, the Transcendence rather. And the red team right now with 3 more kills. Here comes the push from the red team. And so far, so good for them. They finally were able to penetrate the defense there from the blue team, getting rid of the Torbjorn and the turret to start things off, and just displacing both the soldier and the Ana. So for the red squad, they have made it count, they have made it work, and they have finally pierced the defense here from the blue squad. A sleep dart connecting from across, but Redux in the backline, tossing out the pulse bomb this time, will get rid of a U-Bot who unwisely steps on it. Took the payload now, gonna move on through the StarCraft area. Here comes Redux to the left hand side, spots out Tocino. It's gonna be an easy shot here for the Tracer. That's the biggest weakness of the Torbjorn. When you're not set up, you die so quickly and easily punished for your movement. On the other hand, Timora right now just hopping around for the time being. They need to regroup right now to just stand a chance of the red team's onslaught. Dodge is now really low, needs to avoid all these shots. Dumbledore on the other hand with takedown onto Vigilance. Closure staying on to the point. Huge shatter there from Chiaki before he falls. And Dom just taking advantage of this. So far so good now for the blue squad. On the other hand, the red team with 2 ultimates to work with. Can Firefalcon set up dumping later? Redux having to back on out, just getting tossed out the trash there by the damage going away from the D.Va. And on the other hand, Firefalcon is ready with a shatter. So for the red team, he's gonna go for the push to the right hand side. There's some shots there. Chiaki gonna toss out the fire strike. And here comes the scene now with the dive. Will get D-Mech instead. Dinks ready with the Deadeye all the way in the spawn. So it's gonna be a duel between Dodge and Timora. Redux, an unlikely spectator to that. And we'll watch the blue Pharah fall to Grace. Pulse bomb not available, and the Valkyrie is popped by you, but Dumbledore still falls. And here's the Deadeye now from Dinks, locks on to Chiaki, and the Reinhardt keeping out the barrier at the last moment, puts it down, puts it back up to go for the play. But still Firefalcon with the takedown. Here comes the backline shenanigans from the Tracer again. Closure just pushing with the payload for the time being. Tomorrow on the other hand trying to get into position. The real question is, can the red squad actually make it to the end? Because the payload close to it already. Attacking the visor now from Dumbledore. Dodge this, gonna pop the rocket barrage, and Timora finally gets a takedown. That just sends it a little too far off to actually heal the Pharah in that fight. You have the Valkyrie now from Vigilance just flying around for the time being, getting up into the sky, whipping out the pistol as well, getting rid of Timora. There's the shot right there. 3 kills, make that 4, going the way of the red team. The second checkpoint now taken by them. Just an unlikely result from a few skirmishes there, working out in the favor. The blue team, on the other hand, getting picked off while they're on the second floor. So that was a big problem for the blue team. The fact that Dom, Aster, Bayubot, and even Timor just getting caught out while they were in the high ground made that a very awkward defense for them. And the red team capitalizing with superior firepower. On the other hand, Redux now getting the stick, wants to go to Chiaki again. A lot of healing going his way. Aster and Bayubot pretty on point with those heals. But for now, the blue team backing out, giving some space. They can't really contest this for the time being. The real question is, how long can they go? Because they don't have too much space to give up anymore. The payload now close to the corner, close to the throne of the Skeleton King. Here goes Timor right now in the backline. Rocket Barrage is available. Shatter came on out from Chiaki, and he gets a pin on the closure. So the blue team now getting the exposure, getting the position that they need to actually shut down this attack. And the Rocket Barrage shift Timora to finalize things. A little unnecessary there, but does make for good fireworks. And the red team right now still keeping on. There's the shatter now from Firefalcon, putting Aster through the floor. The Ana getting picked off that early might be pretty bad for the red team, unless Firefalcon dies as well. Fire Strike comes on out, and the healing there. Here comes the self-destruct now from the blue side, gets rid of Dodge this. Tocino just coking up the Pharah in this one. And we have a attack advisor here from the side. Dumbledore gets rid of one, makes it 2 as Chiaki and Tocino will file suit. Blue squad working together pretty effectively. It was Dom going for the attack visor from the side, and Chiaki and Tocino noticed this. So they were like, okay, we're gonna try to protect the Soldier 76. On the other hand, Timora and Dodge having the duel of their lives. A minute remaining here on Blizzard World. Redux gonna go for the pulse bomb, doesn't get too much. We have a Anubis right now going the way of Chiaki. He's gonna swing away, but Dodge is on the other hand with the Rocket Barrage, gets sleep darted, does get a D-Mech onto the scene as well, and all the healing going his way. So for the red team, they have made the space. They forced the Reinhardt to actually go to the backline instead with that nano boost. So a slight misplay there from Aster and Chiaki. They gave up the space in the front of what? So Closure gonna pop the Transcendence there. pretty questionably. I guess he was under a lot of the rest there from Dumbledore, but could have just taken the death instead. There's the shot right now. The red team gonna toss out the post bomb to no avail again. So a lot of wasted ulcer for the red team. Another one, Daks getting killed as he goes for the Deadeye. Vigilance now under a lot of trouble, needs to get healed up. Doesn't get the Harmony, finally gets it. Daks dead again. Unfortunate there for the McCree. And here comes the Sea right now, out in front, 10 seconds remaining. Can they make this count? Another set of kills going the way of red team. There's the bubble from Chiaki. The Sino does get a turnaround on the Fire Falcon, pulse bomb connecting, and the Winston just dives off into the Sunset before he blows up, not taking anyone with him. Timora on the other hand, Rocket Punch from the backline. Tactical Visor is there as well. Dodges first to detract the round and the last kill in this game. So the first round there, going the way of the red team in 2 points. Not finishing up the map though, so still a hold from the blue squad. So we'll see what the blue team can actually do into the next one. Kudos to the red team for actually deciding to fight against the Pharah with the Pharah. Like it became a point where it was a show of force kind of thing. So pretty great to see. Pretty great to see that that's the blue team right now still holding, just using their ults a little more effectively. They did misplay a bunch with their positioning. They were caught out just by the enormous pressure from the red team, but they responded in time to not get the to not just get blown up instead.
You know, Anna, there are procedures we could look into to repair your eye.
You're very kind, but I'm comfortable with who I am now. It's a good reminder.
Good of friends.
Is there yet?
I'll pin this for a bit, maybe. Mark as announcement. There you go. I'ma help out. So if you guys check out Overwatch Philippines right now, there's an application thing. So if you guys are interested in something like this, maybe I'll probably keep it pinned for a day or two. So, you know, give some exposure to anyone who's interested in the first place. So for the blue team right now, we do see the Roadhog here from Chiaki and Ticino on the D, but Chiaki, one of the OG Roadhog mains. There you go, Sleep Guard connecting, Fire Falcon have to back on that. Dodges on the other hand, playing his namesake hero, the Wrecking Ball, just pumpkining around, spots a Lucian to his side, just ignores it. And Fire Falcon now in a pretty bad spot, gets caught on out. Here's the ball on in, the Pallet Driver connecting, but Dodge has to pop the shields because he gets a bio grenade to the face. It's gonna be Daks and Redux trying to back on out with the McCree and the Widowmaker. Redux in a pretty bad spot, just being hampered by the Genji, but still gets a headshot onto the Mora. Impressive stuff there from Redux, but it's not gonna be enough because Dodge does fall. The blue team now all over the point. Daks showing up from the side with the McCree, having to hop on out, sees the Tracer Dom with the flurry of shots, but with the sounds as well. For the red squad right now, keeping up. Pinned it by the way for a bit. For the red team right now, they do have the mines available. The real question is, can the red squad actually capitalize on this? Because this is the best time to use the mines. If Dodge goes to the archway and pops the mines there, the blue team will struggle to get even across it. On the other hand, there's a shutdown already onto Dom. Daks with a shot onto the Tracer. The Deadeye is available. Here's the Fire Driver now. Dodge out in front again. Redux popping the intraside as well. Looking for the people in the backline. Spots out both Casino and Chiaki. Chiaki, such a big character, finally gets spotted. Well, it's a little questionable there from the red team. No one calling out the Chiaki on the right hand side. There's the Deadeye now from Daks. Sound barrier is there as well. Timora losing the deflect at the last moment, and it will result in the fall of Bayuban. Both Timora and Chiaki though gonna pop their ultimates, slicing and dicing, tossing some lead as well. Now the two tanks staying alive, but for how long? Fire Falcon just getting cut up again and again and again. Dodge this on the other hand, having the back on out, needs to regroup with his team. So Zenyatta right now for closure. On the other hand, two ultimates ready here for the red team. On the other hand, it's gonna be Daks up into the sky, going for jump shots on to Aster Diana, trying to stay alive. There we go. with the mines. The pumpkin mines are really cute, to say the least, but Dumbledore has had enough, will get shut down by Daks instead. Vigilance almost falls, gets hooked up, almost gets taken down. Timora trying to change targets, but has to deal with Redux and his shots. For now, the Swiss Strike connecting. Gonna be some melee shots there, and there! The auto rifle gets the takedown. The red team right now in control again. 3 minutes and 38 though for the blue squad, so a lot of time still in their time bound. The blue team right now gonna push to the left hand side. The real question is, can they keep up the onslaught? But it looks like though the red team has already gotten their number with this composition. They will switch things over to a Mercy and a Widowmaker. So tomorrow gonna take the fight to Redux and take the fight to Daks, who's playing far this time. On the other hand, Dodge just being a pest, going for the pile driver, spots out Timora, and this is what Dodge wants. Forcing the opposite side to go for snipers will allow him to shine against the backline. Chiaki now gonna go for the hook. Gonna be back on out as well. Fire Strike is there, coming on out. The other hand, look at this, Fire Falcon getting into position. Down! The shot from Redux gets rid of Timora again. The Pharah on the other hand, onto the right hand side. Looking for an opportunity to strike. There's the sleep dart now from Aster, completely whiffed, and Daks just having free reign, having a little taste of what Timora usually does in the first place. Why is there a payload right there? Low? I don't know. Pwede po sumali, not you, Clark. Pwede ka lang sumali anytime. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat. I was fixing something OverRush Philippines. So 5 is now ready here for the red team. On the other hand, blue team does have 2. And now Aster is still going for some shots there out the Vigilance. The Mercy floating on down. Just using the pipes as cover. And Daks overextending in the sky will get shut down by Dumbledore. So finally we see the far out Timora back into the heights of Blizzard World. Closure! Forced to go for the trance again before he dies. On the other hand, Daks in the pop the rocket barrage meets the self-destruct but will die to an untimely rocket instead. Here comes the Wrecking Ball, rolling on in again and again. Pile Driver is just such a nuisance to deal with. And Dodge just being a little pest again. Fire Falcon now forced to the wall. Tsesina on the other hand going for some shots for the time being. The D.Va still going for the push, but this isn't a good spot here for the blue team. They haven't made too much progress within the past 4 minutes. Widowmaker now here for Dom. He needs to get a shot or two onto Daks or maybe even onto Closure Redux. The red squad though, the tank line is the biggest worry because the Wrecking Ball is being such a pest. Good combination there from Aster and Chiaki. Sleep Dart connecting onto the Wrecking Ball as well as the charge. Timora on the other hand, Rocket Barrage immediately shut down. The 2 Reinhardts now dueling. Fire Falcon with the shatter, puts the Tsesina to the floor, gets a pin, putting it into the wall, and there's the D-Mech. Now the 2 Reinhardts still going for some shots. A nano boost onto Chiaki. He has the shatter and he's gonna go for the charge. Goes for the slam onto Closure. The Zenyatta, more or less defenseless, was kept alive by his team. A minute remaining, can the blue team even make it to the end as Dodge popping the mines again. Look at this, they're just beeping right now, just alluring the blue squad to get near, just taunting them, and they have to back on out. They know they can't do anything against this without Chiaki in tow. Dodge is now just rolling out. Fire Falcon using the distraction to get the charge onto the Tsesina, and the Baby D.Va being juggled down. There's the stagger right there. A good coordination from the 2 attacks. There's some flashbang as well from Redux onto the right hand side. So a lot of action across the siege tank. The blue team might need to go for a dive here, and Chiaki has already responded with the Winston. Dumbledore onto the Soldier 76 as well. Timora though staying on the Pharah. The Tsesina might go for the big bomb. But on the other hand, here on the red squad, they're setting up on top already. Look at this, Daks and Vigilance saving up some gas. They know it's expensive on the siege tank. Instead, Dodge just rolling on by. Here comes a duel between the 2 Pharahs and the 2 Mercies. Tsesina can dive on in, and Vigilance really low, just needs a rocket there, doesn't get it. There's a Transcendence now from Closure before anything happens, and Aster and Timora will be able to capitalize. The Discord Orb though, pretty on point. This Zenyatta now, the next target, direct hit 1, direct 2. Oh, it doesn't connect. Finally, Closure stays alive, and the red team keeping things alive in the front line. But for now, the supports are in a bad spot. Daks is dead again. Vigilance. Oh no! Vigilance getting caught out by Timora. Hops onto the boot. So Daks will be one-man army in the sky. Might pop the rocket barrage here. There's the bio grenade. And yeah, the red squad has to give this up. That was very, very close there for the red team. And they almost defended it well. But sadly, just a few staggers there. A few misplays from the supports. Just dropping them down in the first place. Water right now. Gonna push on in again. Wants to go for Fire Falcon. Rocket Barrage is available. Tactical Visor is there as well. Dodge is out in front. Gets the melee swing on to Dumbledore. This is gonna be the red team right now. Trying to defend here against a Flyers. on the other hand, Kings up on top. Rocket Barrage is available. There's the mines right now. The two Pharas and the Mercies meeting each other. Deadeye connecting onto Chiaki right now. So for the red squad, they might be able to get the push here. On the other hand, here's Timora getting taken down, but U-Boot getting shot up as well. For the red team right now, on the back on out, and has to deal with Casino, but the pile driver connecting from Dodge. They want to go for the push, and they want to make it count. 30 seconds remaining. Can the blue team actually make it? Can they actually get to the end? It looks dire though, because they only have the Nano Boost, the Barrage, and the Valkyrie available, so this might be a full commitment onto Timora. The red team will have to respond in time. Closure has to keep that Transcendence till the last minute, and Dodge is already falling. Unfortunate there. The Wrecking Ball out of commission, so no disruptors for the time being, but it won't take a while for Dodge to go back. Timora now really low. Gonna drop on down, and there's the Rocket Barrage from Dings. Well, untimed. Well mistimed, to say the least. Could have used it a little later. Timora now showing how it's done. Rocket Barrage there, Vigilance on the other, just flying around. And there's the Attack Visor from the Buller latching onto both Dodge as well as Vigilance. Spots out the Valkyrie Mercy. And the Guardian Angel almost saving him. And now the payload close to the end. The blue squad just congregating. There's still a chance here for the red team because Dodge is in position, trying to get the mines before he has to go for the grapple hook. Does get it. He just needs to get a proper angle. Gets a reload as well. Here's the pile driver and the mines connecting onto the payload. Gets Aster for the time being. And Chiaki and Aster both to fall. Redux with a shot on the dome as well. And the blue team leaving the payload. Kudos to the red squad for clutching that out in the end.
Play of the game.
Play of the game. You but getting play of the game. Wow. That's a wow.
This is not your time.
I think play of the game is a little messed up recently. The U-Boot. Easy clap. You know, there you go. Baking soda in Tagalog is... Yeah, baby. Tapi, thank you. Finally, the blue squad and the red team gonna be on this last one, and Rebirth knows. Rebirth already knows what's gonna come out. Sees the Wrecking Ball, and he's like, okay, perfect pick. So Sombra skulking around. We'll try to go for the disruption play, either for the Zen or the Ana first. The Zen will be a little easier target. Just using the corner to uncloak, and the guy in the back line goes for Vigilance, and there's the sleep dart. Unfortunate there for Rebirth, has to back on out. Redux on the other hand gets a pick off onto Chiaki already. So the red team taking control of the high ground. Pile driver onto Timora as well. Dodges with the kill onto Bayu, but Timora will respond in kind. And now once again for Redux, but the Casino will fall already. The Soldier 76 having to hop on out, and with an action dive will die. Farfaka now versus the Reaper, not the best matchup here for the Reinhardt. And Timora just keeping the contest on, just being a little pesky. Rebirth on the other hand in the backline, getting rid of things. Once again, Explosion Nets does get to Timora versus the Reinhardt of Fire Falcon. The Simon has the back on nuts for the time being. Unfortunate there. And the blue team right now trying to convince that the red team that they can get onto the point, and they do so, baiting Fire Falcon to get back on. Fire Falcon actually going to take down onto one, but Timora capitalizing again with a similar strategy. Iniyak ko. Punta ka dito. 3 kills now going the way of the blue team. And the Death Blossom is available here for Timora. Gonna go up onto the stairs instead. And the blue squad just keeping the control of the high ground to themselves, due to the fact that if the red team does take it, the Tactical Visor will be a struggle to deal with the Ana as well. On the other hand, they also have a turret in play. And Tocino just chilling up on top, gets a fire grenade. Rebirth with a takedown onto one. Dinks on the other hand, skulking around again. But Dodge in the backline gets hacked. that's a big cock block there from Rebirth. Hacking up Dodge just like that. When he's going for the roll, just taking out all the momentum from the Wrecking Ball. Here's the charge now. Fire Falcon getting the bash onto the turret. But again, the turret getting the weight of all these charges have been very effective to counter out Reinhardt charges, to say the least. So today we have learned a few things. Torbjorn, very strong close quarters with the old Molten Core. The turret can be tossed out in so many myriad of possibilities. And the biggest thing for me is the turret can be used now to block a charge pretty consistently if you have it off cooldown. Now Rebirth getting caught out by Redux. Good sidelines there from Redux. Actually seeing actually seeing his opponent in that one. Chiaki though, out into space, misses the hook. Here's the whole hog now. Poor Redux just being flung into the abyss of space. And Closure comes out as well. Chiaki now with 2. What the hell? Right there. What the hell happened there? Death Blossom now is available. Fire Falcon hacked on up. And another successful another successful defense. That was something. Chiaki. Surprise. That was something. Fucking low gravity, by the way, guys. Outside the space colony, it's low gravity. But anyway, 5 ultimates here for the blue team. Dinks and Rebirth just spotting each other. There's the hack. No, Translocate on that at the last moment. For the red team, half a minute remaining. They're trying to get into position. Daks has switched over to the Zarya to his Scrim. But now really low. Fire Grenade connecting on the Dinks. The red team onto the point. Here comes the Transcendence as well from Closure. Huge EMP though from Rebirth as well. Dom going for the attack visor. Ticino with the Molten Core as well. A lot of crowd control here from the blue team, and they decide to just throw everything at the red team. Redux, the lone survivor, just running around doing some cardio, but it's too late. He can't even make it to the point, and he goes for the next level Helix job. Nope, never mind. So just the red team deciding to toss everything, and the blue team responded by tossing everything even more. Like, it was pretty big there from the blue team. So in that defense, the EMP came out, the attack advisor came out, the Molten Core onto the point, and the Death Blossom as well. So it was just like a situation where the red team couldn't really go anywhere. So for now, gonna be a defense here for the red squad. A tick was taken by them, so still a small chance for them to be able to defend this properly. There is a chance for them to win, so we'll see if we can actually defend this. Block. Block what? Block what, dude? Block what? What do you block, my friend? Yo. Well, it. And 2 hackers meet. I know, right? So the red team gonna try a pseudo-similar defense. Nah, they're gonna change things up. No, gonna be a Orisa here for dodge. And interesting note, Sombra still here for Dinks. Redux on that Torbjorn. So for the red team right now, we'll see a solid block of defense. Literally, an Orisa and a Torbjorn trying to work together to make a potent defensive staging point. This is really old school. This is old school Horizon Lunar right here, staying on the point as well. And I feel like with the new Torb, you can actually toss the turret up there and it's just gonna be swinging around. It'll be very, very confusing to say the least. There you go, the turret now being placed. It's a little forward and I think it's still peeking out. So maybe Redux has to adjust this a little. Chiaki now sees this Dumbledore with the Symmetra. And this is gonna be pretty cool. And there's the playing with portals kind of thing. It's really, really cool because Horizon Lunar Colony is a map where you can actually play Symmetra well. Dumbo screwing up the turrets. Chiaki now getting rid of Closure, who is just wall riding around. The blue team now gonna go for the push. Dinks on the other hand gets rid of you, but meets the Symmetra for the time being. Still action on the point there. Orisa trying to keep everyone topped up. Timura will get taken down. Chiaki really low. Dome trying to get away, putting up a teleporter again. So for now, the red team be able to hold on to this. And if I were the blue squad, I'd probably just use the teleporter to get to the top part and allow your team to actually do some damage. Ticino chilling in the spawn, trying to figure out what he wants to play. Gonna still stay in the Torbjorn, interesting enough. I thought he would actually go for a Junkrat or even his classic Bastion. So now, Mora and Jockey meeting into the middle line. Dinks force a Translocate on out. The red team still using the corner as a stage point. And here's the whole hug now from Chiaki, bringing out something a little more old school, but has to back on out to the successful damage from the red squad. So much bullets coming the way from Dinks. Tamura spotting the med pack here. Oh, the Moira coming out of nowhere, healing up things at the last moment. Completely clutch play there from Vigilance. Absolutely vigilant in his watch. So for the red team right now, just using this right side as well as the corner here as the defensive stronghold. This is really the only part of the map that the red team defends, and they have been defending it successfully. Dumbledore now switching over to Bastion. Interesting to note, he was the Symmetra. I thought that Ticino would probably go to the Bastion and Dom would stay on the Symmetra and just play the teleporter play. But Chiaki now will get rid of Daks. The Zarya onto the right hand side. The EMP is available. Reaver trying to get into position. Spots out the congregation here. And the turret goes for shots off the dome. There's the EMP. Here's the Dragon Blade as well. Tomorrow gonna go for some swings. Gets rid of Redux first. Next is Vigilance to fall. Soundbuyer in response from Closure, but it only saves 3. And for how long? Fire Falcon can't even get the Graviton Surge. EMP now coming in out from Daks, but Dodge does die. Closure in their hand, dancing around the Sombra on the left hand side. Gets hacked on up. And that's game. That was an impressive display there from the Rebirth, and kudos to him for allowing the blue team to take the win here on Horizon Lunar Colony. So GG, thank you guys.
Play of the game.
We are done for the day. Epal yung tumulong. Know that EMP perfectly setting things up. It was a spectacle to say the least. I actually don't know what my highlight should be today.